Hey, that 3-pointer to win the national championship though, that was sick.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, Jay Wright just knows what he's doing down there. So
I like Jay Wright.
All right,
taking a year off.
we are live on the Game Changer now. We're officially live on all of the platforms. So, boom, roundtable episode. I like it. So, Jeff's getting blocked.
Jeff, you in there, man?
Where do you want me?
Wherever you're comfortable, bro.
Why doesn't Jeff get in and sit in between Nick and Eric?
We can push this back.
We were doing that, but Jeff.
Yeah, we were trying to do like a
Too
sprint
big for
tower
the
thing,
futon.
but
I mean,
Okay.
so like right now, I'm watching on Game Changer.
Okay.
I'm watching on Game Changer.
Does it have all three of
It's
you in the
it's
top
got all-
left?
Yeah, it's got all three, but Jeff is like way in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
You got to get Jeff closer.
Eric and I are talking Interference Sports. This is Big Man Jeff. He has his own podcast, Jeff's Basement.
Just basement.
Check it out. This is Chaz, longtime Seattle, Washington sports fan. This is Devin. He's in Boston, so he's Boston fan.
glass
And
of
then we
Sambuca in
got
his
this,
hand apparently.
this weirdo down here on the bottom who's a
Water,
Phillies
bro.
fan.
Water.
So
Uh-huh.
this is Bobby. Welcome to Talking Interference Sports. We're going to do a roundtable episode where we just kind of bring up a topic and just kind of try to debate stuff. So I don't know where you guys want to
You
start.
lean back a little bit here, then we can see Jeff all over.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect.
Or we can do this.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So, where you guys want to start? I gave up with that list.
This week in sports, man. This week in sports.
This week in sports.
What about
Lead it off,
what
Devin.
are we gonna do with Robert Kraft, Dev?
Yeah. What's
You're
going on with
owner,
Robert
man.
Kraft, your
Hey,
boy
listen,
Robert?
Getting some happy endings in Jupiter.
Listen, I don't want to get too graphic, but you all know how hard it is trying to do something with 6 rings on your hand. So
Oh, he went there.
Nah, he saved
so-
that one.
let's
Yeah,
just keep
He
it
was
at that.
pocketing that. You played that
You
card
can't
too
stop
soon.
the dice.
Hand jobs in Jupiter.
Yeah. I've seen you share that meme.
Oh my god.
The
Oh, we're PC, my bad.
It's all good, bro.
yeah,
Right off
hot
the
top.
bat.
Bro,
I mean, honestly, it is.
how
I don't know. It's-
detrimental is that going to be to the New England Patriots as like a team just because Robert Kraft's probably
not
gonna-
at all.
not going to be the owner. You don't think
not
so?
at all.
No.
Not at
I mean, if the most extreme I could see the NFL going with this is they'd be like, all right, you got to sell it to your son.
all. I
Or
don't even see that happening.
I don't either.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at Jim
there was
Irsay.
something that-
I think what it comes down to though is that how hard they're going to crack down on whether these women were actually like entered into prostitution on their own volition or whether they're
Right.
sex
Yes.
slaves.
Yep.
They should
Yep,
take
you're
the
right.
team away. They should take the team away from Robert Kraft. They should shut it down.
Right.
Then get rid of Tom Brady so we can end this dynasty.
Right.
Strip them of their titles.
Move
Yeah,
on-
let's go extreme
Move
with
them to
it.
Mexico City. and
Yeah,
let's
we'll
go.
Maybe the cartels will get them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, El Chapo will buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
I think as long as they can't prove that he knew it was like more sketchier than just the little like happy endings, I think that's where it would screw him if like he
Yeah.
was like part owner or something and
Why does he go to the public place though? Is it the thrill of it?
it's got to be the
He's
thrill
just
of
so
it.
rich,
I
he can
think.
get away with
Hey,
it,
you know what's cool too is the last one that they caught him doing was the day of
Yeah.
the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
That makes it better, really it does.
Yeah.
And they were like,
I hate
he was
to
like,
admit
oh, who's
that.
Patrick Mahomes? Oh yeah. Get
He
up
already
on
knew
stage.
they were going to go to the Super Bowl. Like he was already pre-gaming before he had known.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what that's my whole take on it. I don't think it's going to affect him at all. I mean, I think Brady, Gronk are going to come back, and I honestly do believe that they will win this coming year. They will win the Super Bowl, and then that's it. I think they both will be done after that.
Check this out. I read online that Golden Tate's interested in joining them.
Yep.
Did you guys
And
see that?
he said he can't wait.
He wants to go to
He can't
the
wait to
place.
catch balls from Tommy or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean,
I think that was a huge Seattle mistake. That was
Letting Tate go?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I literally, yeah. Because, well, we trusted that, like, Percy Harvin was going to be the guy to take that spot, and that was not right.
I remember watching Golden Tate and Jimmy Clausen. Jimmy Clausen was a Notre Dame quarterback, and watching those two in college. And then all of a sudden
The last time they were
drafted
good.
by the Seahawks. And Golden Tate is killing it. And they got Jimmy Clausen, who I think got drafted by Carolina, maybe, or Jacksonville.
Sounds right.
And he just didn't do anything. And I was like, Golden Tate's going to kill it in Seattle. And then there they go. I was like, really? You sent him, to Detroit? I was like, come on, man. What are you doing? Like, garbage.
Brutal. Okay.
Like, it's
So,
the same thing. It's like, let us throw the ball, dude. The dude can throw.
oh my gosh.
Anyways. All right.
So nobody's thinking that Robert Kraft situation is going to affect the team any way, shape, or form.
No.
Okay.
The team-
Fine money.
What do you
I mean,
think?
I think
Maybe
Riley-
draft
I
pick.
think-
No.
Draft pick.
And here's my feeling on the whole thing though is like everyone is trying to like hold the NFL to like some moral high ground
Thank
or
you,
anything,
Eric.
Yep.
and it's your job.
Yeah.
It's not the NFL's like position or like it's not their responsibility to dole out punishment. That's why we have a
What are
criminal
the
justice.
They have a
Right.
player policy, though. They
It's a
have a player and
misdemeanor.
owner
It's
policy,
a
though.
misdemeanor, bro.
It
Like,
is.
what are the
Yeah, I mean,
guys-
So is weed, but
Josh Gordon was running
yeah.
routes for him.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I also
My
have
only
just
take on the whole thing is the fact that they punish the players before any of the facts really come out, before the players
Yep.
get punished from the
Yeah.
civilian side, before they even go to court. The NFL is already coming out with like all these fines and punishments and suspensions. But what are they going to do to Robert Kraft? Is it because Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones are the NFL and if
Yeah.
they're like the golden child? Like they don't even. You're not jumping to conclusions. This is like the first time they don't want to jump to a conclusion. They jumped to conclusions with Josh Gordon multiple times before you
Yeah.
started failing the drug test. Like it's just wait till the facts come out. You know, wait till
Amen, brother.
it goes to court and see what happens.
And what I meant by that was, I feel the same way when it happens to players too. It's not your job's, your employer's responsibility to punish you for criminal actions.
Yeah.
That's why we have, courts. That's why we have, prisons. That's why we have all that stuff.
I agree with this statement. I agree with everybody saying. But in the contract, that you sign, it states player policy issues, and some of these things are you get in trouble because you broke your
Right.
contract. So
But
You
think
signed
about
the
this, though,
contract
really,
in
like,
school,
if you
too,
think
right?
that Robert
Doesn't
Kraft is
school
going to
come
have to
after
turn
you,
over
you
his
know,
team
outside
to his son.
no, they don't.
Like,
You're right.
Kareem Hunt has already signed.
Well,
Kareem
college,
Hunt has
they
already
do.
signed.
Right.
Robert Kraft can't get it.
Depends on what
Right.
you
You know what I mean? Like,
That's true.
think
That's
about
very
that.
true.
Well, Kareem,
No, you're
Kareem Hunt's
good.
also the-
Ray Rice didn't get signed.
Dude, okay, that's the
Like,
difference though. Kareem Hunt and Ray Rice both on video, and supposedly they have video of Kraft.
Yeah, yeah.
Video changes
Release it.
things. Video,
Release it.
Video forces
well,
the
they can't
hand.
because it's still an ongoing investigation.
Video forces
But-
the hand. Like,
Devin, would you watch the video?
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
and-
and he'd put 6 rings on, and
That's probably.
I don't want to watch
more
that.
ice on those hands than Floyd Mayweather's got.
Speaking of terrible human beings, Floyd Mayweather.
Oh,
Thank you. You know
jeez.
what? Chaz understands. I don't know, man.
Chaz is such a good listener.
Nah, I just think like if I like the sports team, good or bad, the owner's actions like wouldn't shape my view on the
Yeah, the
team.
owner-
Like it's not gonna yeah, that sucks, and I wish he hadn't done that. But like I don't know.
I mean,
it's,
Like, to go exactly what you said, Chaz. Like, all right, so, like, Paul Allen died. Like, man, that sucks. I wish he wouldn't have done that. But, like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
wish
wish
he
he
hadn't
had done
died.
that. Damn him.
you know what I mean? Like,
God, you're so
that's not even close to the same thing. Get that out of
I
here.
think we've exhausted the Robert Kraft topic.
I agree.
I guess the last
Maybe
thing.
some. Should we move on to?
I guess the only thing I want to say, if there's only one thing good thing that can come out of that is that if these women were sex slaves, at least more people are aware that
Right.
that actually
agreed.
is still a thing,
Agreed.
and that That's
Legalize it.
I mean, because that gives protection to the men and women who.
No, Eric, not sex slavery.
No, I mean
Legalize
prostitution.
I'm kidding.
Well, actually, we had this conversation. at
That's
work.
another topic.
All right.
But I mean, that's
for another day.
Yeah, we'll
but-
talk on Jeff's basement about
Well,
that.
that's yeah.
No, yeah.
It was a quick shot. Move
Retired
on
Marines
thing.
who were saying too. We were talking about this Robert Kraft thing. We're out in the boat today. Like we had retired Marines saying like, when you're out in Okinawa or whatever, like, you think they're gonna stop doing that? They're not forced to do this.
Right.
No, they're making money. Like this is but then again, if it is like a sex slave thing, like, are you gonna? I mean, who's supposed to step in? Like, especially how old are these girls? We don't know
Right.
how old they
Yeah.
Could you imagine
know
if
what
they
I
come
mean?
out underage? Robert Kraft.
That,
God,
yeah.
more trouble.
See,
are. That's done.
that's why you wait for the facts to come out.
Well,
like you were
yeah,
saying.
exactly, and it's still an ongoing investigation, so we'll see. But
Just be neutral like Chaz is.
I think Philly. You said so. We got the Philly fan. Are we pretty confident you're getting Bryce Harper? Or what? This MLB offseason's been crazy.
Yeah,
but-
I'm with it.
Fine. So, if you asked me a week ago, I would say about 99% chance the Phillies are getting him. If you ask me now, I don't even think Philadelphia wants him now because so the contract that the Phillies were offering was something like 350, 360. They were even going to go potentially to 400, but they're not trying to do the opt out after 3 years. Okay. Now we see this Nolan Arenado deal coming out.
Right.
And he's getting opt out after 3. He's getting 260 for like 8 years.
Right.
Okay, Harper's potential is way higher than Nolan Arenado's. For me personally, I think that.
Yeah.
But I think that Nolan Arenado making that deal is like the most inconvenient time for the Phillies because now it lets the Giants get back in, or the Giants back in, the Dodgers are back in it. Look, at this point, go back. I mean, like, just go to the Dodgers. Okay, it's not like they're going to win a World Series. They've been there twice. They've lost both times. They haven't won a World Series in like 20 years.
Right.
The best thing about baseball is it doesn't matter how much you're paying these players or how high your payroll
Yeah.
is. It doesn't mean
No
that you're
cap.
winning championships. The key
Yep.
for that is look at the Yankees. If that was the case, they would have 60 World Series titles because of every year they outsell everybody. And
Right.
Oakland Athletics would miss the playoffs every year.
Facts.
Personally,
That's
I
facts.
say hold
Yep.
we
Facts,
hold
bro.
out. We let it this year play out. We make the playoffs. And we wait for Mike Trout, baby. Bring them on.
Oh, yeah. you guys snagged Gene Segura
Segura, yeah.
from us. I'm so jealous. Segura he'll be a good shortstop for another 10 years, I think. He's
Yeah.
young.
He's on a reasonable contract too. You guys don't
Yeah.
give him like some ridiculous contract.
Right.
Like if he's terrible, okay, well he's gonna have to play type of thing. Like
Right.
I mean, the Phillies, he's gonna get on base, and that's like what the Phillies need, like a consistent guy and defense. Like shortstop last year for the Phillies, that was
It's
awful.
pretty solid.
So he'll come in there and he's a huge upgrade. Same thing with like McCutchen and then
yeah.
and then obviously getting Nate Robertson from the Yankees. I think that just solidifies the
Little
bullpen. So the
bullpen.
collapse that we had last
Oh,
year,
yeah.
we had this squad in September. We probably make the playoffs and the Braves don't. But New Year,
Braves
April's right
pretty
around the
good.
corner. So it's going to be fun in the NL East out here because this is really a 14 race besides the Marlins. Sorry, Miami, but like.
Yeah, come on.
well,
Hey, Miami's got cooler things to do than watch a baseball game, at least.
That's right.
You got a Robert Goss place. No, I'm just kidding.
How you?
everyone loves
How you?
cocaine.
I'm
How
gonna
you?
come out and say this. I personally,
I don't know if that's Miami.
I
But...
think Harper might be a little
Close enough.
overrated.
It's
I don't
pretty
think
close.
he's up there in the top 3 right now. Well, he's in the top 3, but I don't think he's like
He's
number
on the
1.
third.
Like, I don't think he deserves this massive contract. Like
Who?
Bryce
you know,
Harper?
like Machado, Harper. I think Mike Trout needs the biggest contract in baseball history.
I agree.
Personally.
Well,
Mookie Betts after this last season, that dude is an animal.
Yep.
And then you got Manny Machado, who's out here like getting this huge contract for the Padres. They're clearly not going anywhere.
No.
And you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, if Harper signs with the Phillies, that's awesome. But you would think that, I mean, for the love of the game, that they'd want to go someplace where they know they're going to at least make it to the playoffs. Like,
right.
Nah, he's going there to get a
What if Harper
paycheck,
was
dude.
like-
He's a mediocre. He's above mediocre baseball
Yeah.
player getting paid in like elite caliber baseball player salary
Right.
in a
Yeah.
crappy team. They're building right now. at least they have a
Yeah.
piece to build around. But Machado is not the guy that I could see you building around to get to a World Series.
No.
That was a horrible
That's as
contract to the
dirty as
Padres.
West Park, bro.
Yeah,
And
That's the thing though about baseball though, is that you're looking at, yeah, you're completely correct, but how many players come into free agency that are 26
Yeah.
that
A lot.
could potentially be great for the next 6, 7,
True.
8, 9
Right.
years? You know,
I mean, like, you're right. Like, how old
It
is
doesn't
JD
happen.
Martinez? Right?
like Bryce Harper's last 2 years, mediocre. Like,
Yeah.
it was just not good.
Yeah.
But you have to base off of his you're paying for the potential. Like, what can this dude do for me? Because baseball's moved with the contracts. It's gone away from what have you done for me lately to what are you going to do for me in the future.
Right.
That's why
Oh, yeah.
pitchers don't get contracts, but that they want when they hit 30, 31, 32. Now,
Yep.
Or even
players
30.
have-
yeah.
Look at
This is
Felix's
actually
contract.
the
Goddamn.
one of the topics that I was
Yeah.
going to roll into is because there's been a lot of debate about the negotiation table. The players feel like they got robbed.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't agree. Machado just got $300 million.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he got what he wanted, which is so the players.
And he gets to hang out in San
Rely
Diego
on
in the sun.
Exactly. So the
Can
players
that
are getting
one
what they
hear
want.
them?
Baseball.
Yeah,
I have the microphone. Right, we have the microphone right
Ah,
there.
gotcha.
They're upset that the ownership and baseball fans have gotten smarter. Like, hey, what the Oakland Athletics have done for 25 years, baseball finally caught up to
Yep.
way later. You know, like,
Yeah.
hey, Robinson Cano would not get the contract that he got 5 years ago from Seattle today. Like,
No.
that just doesn't happen.
No way. Yeah, no way.
There's a little hidden value too in like if you're the Padres and you have Machado and say a team is like on the world's like they feel like they're on a World Series run, they just need a bat or they just need a guy who could play short or third. Trade deadline comes around.
That's a
Boom.
good guy to get.
Like
Yep, for sure.
you have the money, like you have the thing they want, and now like yeah, you did sign him to this ridiculous contract.
Yeah, but how much money
you could
of
get
that-
them to take him and the contract and send you like minor league prospects?
Man, so the reason I don't like that though
drafts.
is how much money of that are the Padres going to have to eat. You know, the
Probably a
Padres,
little bit.
the Padres don't have the money that the Red Sox or the Yankees or the Dodgers have
True.
to take that gamble on
Yep.
that kind of contract.
Yeah, no way.
San
But they
Diego?
can,
Yeah.
but they
What?
they have the money.
There's some money in San Diego, but
Not nearly as much as the other teams. out there.
Not as much as the Red
Right,
Sox or the
agreed,
Yankees.
Yeah.
What do you
They're
base
never
that
well,
off
but
of? though?
they're
Like,
paying one player
merchandise?
that.
I mean,
Well, really, Eric
tickets
Hosmer.
sales?
Stuff like that, yeah.
They're paying him that, but they're
Sure.
you have 2 guys on the roster that are making pretty good amount of money here. But the thing
Yeah.
is, they don't have to pay them like Tatis Jr. coming up and all Paddock, one of their pitchers, and all these other young guys that are coming up. They're all controllable assets. They don't have to worry about paying millions of dollars for 4 or 5 years down the road.
right.
So, in reality, when Manny Machado comes up for that deal, Manny Machado's probably banking on himself. Hear that he does great.
Right.
The market
The dude's-
value increases, and then he opts out after 5, and then he gets to go wherever he really wants to go, which is
Yeah. I mean, the dude's good. I mean, don't get me
Damn,
wrong. The dude's
bravo.
good, but he's a dirty player, and it's completely obvious. But it's like, the dude's not really that. I mean, he struck out to end the World
Hey,
Series.
Are the Phillies worried about like, the Mets at all though? Picking up Eddie Diaz, Cano, that rotation.
I don't really worry about the entire city of New York. There's
Yeah, I think we could all agree to that.
Yup.
New York is like 40 miles, 50 miles away from here, and the typical New Yorker and the media up there, they talk them all up. But I do have respect for the Mets, but the thing is that they just have injuries every year.
Yeah.
They got really good pitching, but to be honest, I don't think that they have the lineup to
Yeah.
go.
Agreed.
You got to ask these guys, Michael Conforto, to play 150.
Cano,
150 games,
even
and
he's
he
getting
just
older.
can't. Like, so
Right.
this is the last year the Mets stay together, and I think they break it up in the off season, and then they're going to start a rebuild. Personally,
You're not worried. You're not worried about what's his name, Bobby Bonilla. You're not
I
worried
think
about
he
him at all?
is still on the payroll.
All right. Just checking.
No, the Braves are probably the bigger threat in the AL
Yeah,
East. Young talent.
Remember when the Braves were sick?
They went to the playoffs last year, or a wild card game at least,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Remember when
They
that was
did.
Devin's favorite team?
Devin,
Remember that?
Devin's had 100 favorite teams.
Hey, Acuna, remember the name? Acuna would be good.
Hey, Seattle's got a playoff drought, but I gotta say, I know that the playoff drought that you guys are having from because I've been there. I went through it years before we won the World Series when the Braves were winning it.
Wait, hold on. Who got that World Series ring from Seattle? Who was that? Did Jamie Moyer get that?
What?
Oh yeah. When you went down
Philly?
there. That's when we played with Seattle. You remember Jamie Moyer?
No.
Yeah, we remember
Yeah,
Jamie
of
Moyer.
course. Yeah. The Jamie Moyer Foundation, I hear
I feel like when they won the World
commercials 400 times a day.
Yeah.
Dude, Jamie Moyer was my favorite pitcher of all time. That dude,
The slowest fastball.
soft throw lefty. Yes.
Hey, you're jumping the gun on favorite players.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, not a
So-
full time. All right.
So
Way to
yeah.
blow
Okay.
your load,
So-
Devin.
So the MLB is just about to start. We've had a little bit of spring training happen already. Crazy predictions. Who do you guys see? Just name one team that you see in the playoffs, and
Red
why?
Sox.
Yeah,
Red Sox.
Red Sox.
Not.
No doubt.
Yeah, Red
Give me-
Sox, answer why.
Give me somebody who is not like expected.
Bro, I think the Brewers are going back to the playoffs.
I could see
Brewers.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the Brew Crew.
How? Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about Atlanta again?
I got the Athletics.
Oakland?
Tell you what.
I think
tell you what,
I think
I don't-
Oakland.
Crap.
Oakland's for real. I think they might mess around and win another like 98 games, and then I don't think that winning the division is gonna be seriously difficult for them. because
Houston.
the Astros-
Well, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but
But
I like that.
The A's got or the Angels got it.
I'll tell you
Just
what. I
kidding.
do not see the Dodgers making the playoffs this season.
You don't
I do
see
not-
them making it?
I don't see the Dodgers. I think
Who wins the West? The Padres?
you must not.
Machado?
Yeah, dude.
Rockies,
I'm gonna
probably.
pull a Nick Eubanks. I'm gonna pull a Nick Eubanks
Rockies.
prediction right now. Padres win the
Raul
West.
Ibanez.
I like
I think that is part of the reason Machado went to the Padres. That the division is open.
I think that
Kershaw's hurt.
Oh my God!
I think the media hyping up Houston and media hyping up LA.
My house is
I
made
think
of
that
cardboard.
Really just like, you know what I mean? I think Boston wasn't supposed to win, and then all of a sudden, like, Boston comes in here and just blows smoke to everybody. I honestly think that really damaged LA because LA shouldn't have even been there.
They
You know
weren't
what I
supposed to
mean?
win. They won 108 games.
Well, yeah, but dude, think about it. Think of that pitching set. Like, David Price was complete garbage
Yeah.
all year.
Yeah, that's true. And he had that terrible.
Chris Sale's hurt
Who was
all time, but he's
the
hiding.
Boston guy? Like the 3 or 4 starter he ended up signing an extension this year, I think.
Was it Evander? No.
What's his name?
Um,
Not the
Valdez.
not the Spanish dude, the white guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh,
He was kind of run of the mill starter, and he had a good
Yeah.
postseason.
Yeah, he had-
Evaldi.
Evaldi. Oh,
Yeah,
Evaldi.
Evaldi.
Yeah.
This is
I think he's a
white
white guy. Italian, right? Evaldi.
But you know what I mean? It's like, come on, that
Smoking
team
cigars
wasn't
in the
supposed.
clubhouse.
Yeah, that team wasn't supposed to win, and they had garbage pitching. They had, you know what I mean? Craig Kimball.
That lineup,
just
though.
man.
Your top 3 had 2 MVP candidates: Mookie Betts and JD Martinez.
Although,
after,
if you were watching the show when we were talking about the playoffs, I said the downfall for the Red Sox is going to be the pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did say that.
I thought that's like Houston would do it. That top 3 with Verlander, Cole.
That's what I thought too.
What?
What's that?
Bobby,
The Red
what?
Sox are like by far and away the best team in that division, though. Like the Yankees are like playing for second. Like that's all they can do, right? You know, like,
They play for wild card.
Yankees, that bullpen, though.
Yeah, but they barely got 100 wins last season. I mean, they were just at
maybe not to
100.
be that dominant, but the Red Sox were dominant from the very beginning of the season all the way to the very end throughout the playoffs. Like they didn't hit it on a dominant level, but they were definitely expected to win that division. The Yankees were still young and up and coming. The Yankees were actually unexpectedly better than what they were expected.
Well,
I thought the Yankees would win the division myself going into the season.
And that was a
personally,
fluke
I
of a
think
year
honestly,
too, because you had
I
the
cut the Sox out even like before the playoffs. I was like, there's no way with this pitching staff. I was like, there's no way that they're seriously. You know what I mean? It was like all of a sudden Chris Sale was killing it, and then all of a sudden he was just like injured, and then David Price was just blowing games left and right, and then it was like
and then we got to the playoffs, and then David Price was just teeing off on fools.
Yeah, Price.
Exactly.
Yeah. Props to Price. I wrote him off as the guy who would never win a big game. He was always like the.
Well, yeah,
He'll start the AL All-Star game. He's a 20-game winner, and
yeah, because he got all screwed up in Miami.
yeah.
Okay, so I got a question here. Since we're talking about Chris Sale, let's do one of these Spitfire questions. Everybody gets a little quick, throw your 2 cents in, say why, and then we can start debating on it. We're gonna do MLB starting pitchers now. Of these 3, it's gonna be Clayton Kershaw, Corey Kluber, and Chris Sale. All right. Where are you at, Devin? Go.
Oof.
1, 2, 3, then.
Dude, I think I don't know, man. Chris Sale. I think after that, honestly, I know he's been injured a little bit, but I think after he struck out Machado to win the World Series, I think he's coming back with a vengeance just for next year, just to do something, and that's it.
Okay. All right.
That's it. I think. I mean, personally, I like Corey Kluber, but
I
man,
hate
I don't know.
Corey
After the I think-
No, he's got
I think
that year him and Felix went Cy Young. Kluber got it over Felix.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Sorry. I'll go next, I guess. I think in those 3 I picked Sale. I think if we're talking like best pitcher in baseball, there's some other guys off the list like
Okay. Go
No-
ahead.
no.
I just grabbed 3 names that I knew were up there, and I
solid.
wanted to rank 3. But you can tell me the best pitcher that you think's in the game. Go-
Right.
yeah, do it.
I mean, I love DeGrom. I love Nola in Philadelphia. I'm sure he's a big Nola guy. But yeah, I would pick in those 3. I would probably pick Sale. Kershaw seems to be showing some. Kershaw's showing a little wear. I love Kershaw. Don't get me wrong, but I think if I had to pick one of those 3 guys to take the hill in, like you said, like a big time game, I think I'm going Sale just because.
Yeah.
That it's just
Do a start bench cut then, I guess. So start and Sale. I like
I'm going
it.
Sale.
Okay. How about you, Eric?
Man, yeah, I'm going with Sale as well. And I did just read about the last couple days. Kershaw has been injured. You know, his elbow or his shoulder's been hurting him, and he threw for like 5 minutes on Monday, and then you're like,
Yeah, pull them out. Yep.
So I'm actually going to revise my list, and I'm going to go Sale, Kluber, Kershaw.
Okay. All right. I like it. That's where I was at.
That's my list.
That's my list,
That's my
too.
3 in
That's
that
my
one.
3. Where are you at, Bobby?
Like there's 3 pitchers that big time game, something like that.
Yeah.
You know? Definitely not Clayton Kershaw. He's the opposite of LeBron. Like LeBron dominant in the playoffs, but like terrible in regular season. Like Clayton Kershaw is like really good, dominant, like regular season guy, but definitely not a playoff. I would not let him play at all in the playoffs. If I was starting a franchise and I had to have Clayton Kershaw, I would start him all regular season, and then I would just put my fifth starter in every game in the playoffs and just sit Clayton Kershaw. He'd have to watch every game from the bench.
Okay.
Which is weird because apparently Roberts thinks differently from you because he was like, I'm gonna ride this boy all the way to a World Series championship.
With their staff, you had to. Like,
Well, that's
You had
true.
to.
Yeah, I mean they didn't have a lot of
he
choice,
didn't-
but
yeah, the Dodgers didn't have those 3 to pick from. You know, the Dodgers would have started
know
Sale
baseball's not your
too.
forte.
well, yeah.
I know baseball's not really your forte, but where are you at on it?
Dominant as Coach Hill looked at it last year. Corey Kluber's dominant in the playoffs. Like that dude
Kluber's
is
solid.
just when it comes to playoff baseball, I would love to see DeGrom in the playoffs, just not this year, maybe with a different team. But like somebody like that, because they're so good during the regular season. And then I want to see them in the playoffs. But Corey Kluber that dude is crazy. Like, that's like the one win that the Indians can go out there and say, you know what, we don't got to worry about it. You know, and
Yeah.
he may not be an Indian much longer, but we don't know. We're still waiting on that. But I would say Corey Kluber.
Okay, all right.
Definitely not Clayton Kershaw. I want to make that very clear. Definitely not.
Okay, all right.
Oh, no way. No way.
All right, man.
That
We're-
dude's garbage.
Where are you at on it, Jeff?
Chaz knows I'm very avid baseball follower.
Okay. All right.
I got it.
Okay.
Alright? There's only one stat I want to bring up. It's a little old, but I used to have a pretty nasty knuckleball. Okay? Back in the day, I'd throw a little sidearm. Devin came up, he was talking a bunch of shit. He pointed at the sky.
Don't say that.
I threw that
Hey, listen,
knuckleball
East Coast
3
Allen,
times in
don't
a
do that.
row and he danced like a woman. He spun around like a ballerina.
That's because Jeff owns the plate, damn
That's
it.
right. That's his plate.
And I owned Devin's ass that day. Excuse my
I don't
language.
know.
All right. Let's go old pitchers. I got Randy Johnson, Cy Young, and Sandy Koufax. Give me a start bench cut.
Okay, I had some technical difficulties, so.
Okay, so did you hear what I said?
No.
Okay, so we're going to do a start bench cut on Randy Johnson, Cy Young, and Sandy Koufax.
It's tough.
Man, I had a real problem coming up with this list because, I mean, how are you going to compare Randy Johnson to Cy Young? I mean, their rookie years were almost 100 years apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cy Young probably had a little LSD, you know,
But
back then.
Oh, shut up, Eric. You're so good at poking holes and everything.
I'm gonna go with Koufax, Young, and then Johnson. And that pains me to say, but I'm starting Cy Young because there's an award named after him. I'm going off of that. You start Cy Young, you bench Sandy Koufax, and you cut Randy Johnson.
Oh, my God.
I'm going, I'll go, start Greg Maddux. I'm not to, man, I don't know, man. I can't, ever since Johnson hit that
The bird.
that dude threw, like, nobody
Heat.
throws, like, I think the last pitcher who was playing might have been Clemens. Nobody throws gas like that besides, what's his name from the Yankees?
Chapman.
Chapman, yeah. Besides, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Right.
old school baseball. I mean, I understand I wasn't around 100 years ago, but, you know, I'm starting Johnson for sure. I think I'm going to maybe bench Cy Young and get rid
Cut
of Sandy
Sandy.
Koufax.
All right.
I'm
I like it.
I'm a 90s baseball guy, man. That's
Okay.
what
man,
I
and that's what I thought. That's what I thought
Would you
too.
like
But then I
the
really
90s,
started
Devin?
thinking about it, and I was like, "Ooh,
I'm
damn!"
a-
Just threw out
I'm a
Greg
90s
Maddux.
baseball
Yeah, yeah.
guy.
Who did you like in the 90s,
Where you
Devin?
stand,
Were you a
Devin?
Boston Red Sox fan then, or
Or
are
were
you
you
a
a
Seattle
Braves fan?
Mariners
Yeah.
fan?
Chaz already knows the best 90s baseball teams. Cleveland Indians, Atlanta Braves.
I bet you
Can't
got
get better-
The
can't get
Indians.
better
Get
than those
jerseys
90s
of both.
The old Florida Marlins weren't bad either for a
Oh,
little
yeah, they
bit.
weren't either.
Man, and
Probably got a
I'll throw
Blue
out
Jays
not
jersey.
just the fact in like the time frame difference, but also look at the style of batting was
Well,
so much different for Johnson too.
The style of batting's changed because of the type of pitchers that have come out. So the progression is a
That-
bit different.
That's true, but
I
I
get
mean,
it.
but it's a bit of cat and mouse too. Like sometimes, like the pitchers have to catch up to the batters. Sometimes the batters have to catch up to the pitchers. So
agree.
comparing a Johnson to Cy Young, that's pretty difficult.
I'm just talking numbers. I'm talking stats, things you know, things you don't know.
Well,
That's just where I'm at
And
with it.
also consider the fact that Cy Young played shorter
Let's go, Bobby.
seasons.
Let's
That's
go.
true
Right.
too.
I love Cy Young because of the award named after him, obviously. Just not really obvious reasons, but are we going higher mound or lower mound? Because like they were pitching on the
question.
lower mound back in the day, and they could strike dudes out.
True.
But if we're talking that way, I would really like Sandy Koufax. Like the talk from what all the former players talked about and all the articles that I read about Sandy Koufax, they just say he was just ridiculous, you know. So I would say that I'm cutting. I'm going to cut. Sorry, Randy Johnson's going to have to be cut. I'm going. Sandy Koufax start and Cy Young on the bench.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right. So
Also, one last thing on that. I think
I also don't want to make any of the PETA people angry, so I have respect for birds. Randy Johnson has no respect.
yeah.
Thanks for saving us on that one.
damn it, Steve Irwin.
I mean,
Chipper Jones.
Oh.
to touch on like the generational thing. I don't know if you guys saw or even really know Adam Ottavino. He just signed with like the Yankees or whatever. But this offseason, he said that like if he faced Babe Ruth, like he would strike Babe Ruth out every time. And I think there's the generational thing. I would only say that baseball's gotten so technologically advanced, probably to a fault. Like guys, like they're like, oh, we can't have our pitcher in because he's faced the guy twice already. But like, but like back then, like you didn't really have like the scouting reports. I don't think you do now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like when a guy went to bat versus Koufax, he probably chugged a beer in the dugout and went to bat. You know, where you gotta face. You gotta face.
I was gonna say, how many people do you see show up to bat with a cigar in their mouth?
Right. They weren't looking at the iPads. Like where did he just pitch? They didn't have. Fact, they didn't have iPads back then, so.
Generational
Wow, way to
gap
point
is
that out, Chaz. Didn't know.
This is why baseball sucks.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man,
The
Bring back
nerds are
steroids.
killing baseball.
Bring back booze.
They are. No, they really are. I 100% agree. That's why I like that mid to early '90s, like
Well,
late
the early
'90s,
90s,
baseball.
Early
Like
90s
that.
and late 80s.
We're all blessed here because we got to
Well, no,
experience
I'll
both
say
sides
I'll
of
say mid to
baseball.
late '90s. So I mean, like I said, like when the Braves had like Chipper Jones, All-Star Cup, Fred McGriff. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like you know what I mean? You got guys like that out there playing, and it was awesome.
Again?
Now it's.
We all played Ken Griffey baseball on N64.
Slugfest.
Man, I played Punch-Out.
All right.
Guys,
We're gonna move on from that one. We're gonna go to
Getting loose, I like
hitters of the current era now.
Yep.
We're gonna go Mike Trout, Chris Bryant, and Xander Bogaerts.
I
Start
think.
Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Start Mike Trout.
Mike Trout for sure.
Okay.
I think we should have substituted not Xander Bogaerts. I think it should have been
Mookie.
Mookie.
Okay. We can do that.
I'm
Throw
still
in
going
Mookie.
Trout though. Trout's LeBron
You got the
basically.
Boston fan over here, you know.
I know, but really though, like, dude, like Mookie, you guys have all seen that Mookie is a freak athlete. I want to see Mike Trout trying to dunk. He's too buff.
I bet Trout can dunk.
Yeah, when on a Pine Crest too.
Still 10 foot, double rims.
Okay, that one was a little easier. All right.
Yeah.
Let's
Alright,
do
what's
it.
up?
Let's. So we did hitters of now, but like everybody straight across the board picked Mike Trout over everybody else.
I wish they would just
Oh, yeah,
trade,
Trout,
trade
Bogarts, and
Trout.
the other
guy.
Trade him. Get him out. The Angels stink.
Go
See,
Babe.
I like Trout never sits out with the Mariners.
Go Babe Ruth, Willie Mays, and Joe DiMaggio.
I'm picking Joe DiMaggio because he dated what's her name?
Maryland.
Marilyn Monroe.
Man, this guy.
Hey,
Okay.
that's true.
Okay.
So
you-
what?
Who you benching? Who you benching? Who you cutting?
Well, I probably. What was the three choices? I just heard Joe DiMaggio.
This is Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, and Willie Mays.
Oh man, Willie Mays on my bench. Sorry, babe, gotta go. I can't handle. We can't have a bunch of cigarette smokers and alcoholics. In the clubhouse.
Okay. All right. Chaz, where you at?
I think I agree. I think gotta give props to Willie Mays because, like, in a lot of people's eyes, he's still like the true home run king. I mean, Barry Bonds is my home run king, but I know the whole steroid thing.
Bring it back.
Steroids don't. I mean, just because you're on steroids doesn't
Still
mean
gotta
you
hit a
could hit.
ball.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they like
Devin
Barry-
couldn't do it.
almost like Barry Bonds. Sorry, I know Barry Bonds is on this list, but like Barry Bonds is the kind of guy, like, bases loaded, you're still thinking about walking him, because, like, I'd rather give just one run than a
Than four.
grand slam.
Yeah.
Like,
Home runs were a
but yeah,
strategy.
so, and, like, Willie Mays in that conversation, I think I go Mays, start, Ruth on the bench, and DiMaggio cut. I don't want to cut any of these guys,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
and,
You can't. cut him.
I would like to hang out with Joe
Yeah, you can't touch
DiMaggio, but...
DiMaggio. He seems like a pretty cool dude to hang out with.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
are we talking Ruth pitching or are we talking Ruth hitting? Like, what
Hitting.
is the stat?
Hitting.
Hitting,
We're going
come
hitting.
on.
All right, let's do a little bit of let's see. Ruth was a career ERA of 2.28 pitching, by the way.
I'm gonna take your word for that.
Devin's got
I'm
notes.
starting Babe Ruth for sure.
Okay,
100%.
respect.
Dude's third on the he was
Okay.
third on the all-time home runs list. 10th in batting averages, 342 career.
Ooh, look at this guy.
Second on the RBI list with 2,231 RBIs. First on the all-time slugging percentage with 690. Second on the all-time base percentage, 474. You can't. I mean, I'm starting Babe Ruth over.
It's math.
He's a star for the squad.
Where are you at?
Who would have thought?
The Great Bambino.
What's
The
the hell's
Colossus
the
of Clout. Come on. Watch
Are you starting, cutting, or benching?
Oh, that's a great
And I'm
question.
benching
Yeah.
everybody
Willie
else.
Mays, Babe Ruth, or Joe DiMaggio.
Ooh.
I can respect that train of thought. Although,
Yeah.
did Babe Ruth play like before the color barrier? Right? Like,
Well,
he
okay.
was-
So let me go because
Actually, before anybody chooses, I'd like to say something. Actually, I just recently did my research on this. There's a picture of a bunch of African Americans with Babe Ruth, and the reason
Okay.
why was Babe Ruth didn't care about colors. He just wanted to be a part of. He loved making people love the game. And
yeah,
that's what did.
he might have been,
I can
but,
respect
baseball didn't.
baseball was still segregated. So I
Well,
actually
yeah,
wrote
well,
down
yeah, but-
some of the same things too. So
Forgot a
Willie
part of
Mays.
history there, Devin.
Willie Mays actually had, out of those three, he actually had the lowest batting average through his career at 302.
that defense. Team.
He had the catch.
But
Yeah.
what I'm going to
I did
preface
catch
that
in
with
practice once.
was he played, I believe, it was either definitely 2 and possibly a third year, I'm not sure on that, in the Negro Leagues. And that does not show up on the NFL or the MLB
Wow.
stats.
Wow.
The 100
That's
yard
not
meter dash.
So, wow, that happened. So
Look at Nick's face. Look at Nick's face.
it could. I mean,
God.
these guys could all be equal in my mind, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna start Mays. I'm gonna bench Ruth, and I'm gonna cut Joe DiMaggio.
Okay, so we had the same list.
I
A little
wanted
different
to
train of
start.
thought,
I wanted to start Joe DiMaggio. Basically, it's not sustainable. Him and I talked about it, but I wanted to start Joe DiMaggio just because of the streak. I like the
Yeah.
fact that the dude gets on base. I don't know the numbers on his batting average throughout the whole career,
It has to be good.
but
His whole career was
career was
325.
but 325.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Yeah.
I'm starting Joe DiMaggio. I'm benching Babe Ruth, and Willie Mays is getting cut.
Yep.
See ya.
I
like
think the other thing that sells it for me for Willie Mays is he also had 338 stolen bases.
We're talking hitting.
And he can
Baby.
catch Gold Glove.
Yo, we're talking hitting, baby. That's all I was getting. at.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you just want to, but he still has more home runs than Joe DiMaggio.
Okay.
Home runs are just. Yeah. So
Willie Mays hit 660 home runs, and Joe DiMaggio only hit 361.
Aaron Bogart hits for runs, doesn't hit for home runs.
All right. Okay.
JD Martinez hits for home runs, and then all of a sudden he started hitting for doubles. And I was like, I'd rather see doubles and triples over home runs personally, because you
mean-
more people on base.
That's what I like. I like to
Honestly,
see on base.
It's a better
Yeah,
offensive
exactly.
game that way, but when was the last time you saw someone have a successful bunt?
D. Gordon,
Yesterday.
maybe.
Fair enough.
No, just
Okay, not in spring training.
Fair enough. Yep.
One was squeezed.
Don't hate on bunting and stuff, okay? Like at the end
I'm
of
not
the
hating on
day,
bunting.
essentially, but I love the pitcher in there,
Macklemore.
and I love my bunting. I love the pitcher having to get out there and embarrass himself here and there, so it's all
Try
right.
to catch it too. Huh?
Man, I like it too. That's what I'm saying. Like, advance the runner.
I love it when
Yeah.
you American League boys come over here to the National League, and then you have to figure out where your DH is going to play on the dime. And
Oh my
This
God.
guy.
No, we need.
5 every game.
Cut it out, bro. Get out of here with that.
I think we need DHs in both leagues. I'm that guy.
So am
I think I'm over the pitchers hitting. I want DHs.
Your job's to pitch. Your job is to pitch.
It's a
Man.
part of baseball, though. It's a
No,
part,
it's not.
Agree.
All of
I
these guys
agree.
weren't pitchers.
it's a part of baseball. If you look at it and you go,
It used to be.
And,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
Babe
this
Ruth
past
was.
year, this past
Devin
year
wanted
when
to
the
point
Red
that
Sox
out.
got
Talking about
Dodgers,
everybody here.
they had
Oh,
Jason
okay.
Martinez from left field to right field, right? And when he went into right field, he's never played there, or very rarely plays there. And he
Yep.
misjudged the ball by 15 feet. The ball went behind him. It changed the game. Back when the World Series, when the Red
I'm
Sox
with
won the
Bobby.
World Series before, they had to they put David Ortiz at first base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's their DH. He had 4
Yep.
errors in one game.
Yeah. Yep.
That changes your entire philosophy of the game.
It does. No,
And-
you're right.
and you
You're
can-
right.
Moving the pitcher from the 9-hole to the 8-hole, like the Cubs always do, and
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Yep.
it changes the whole aspect.
It's
Like,
cheating.
and you should make the pitcher hit. It's a part of baseball.
They deflated
Yeah.
balls, bro.
Well,
Okay.
You know what, I think
When did
I don't
that
know where
start?
it came
When
from.
did DH start?
I think that it's just like remember
I
back
don't
in
know.
the day. I mean,
40s,
pitchers
50s.
were built like
No way.
I mean,
No.
Nolan Ryan. You know what
No,
I mean?
it was-
Like,
it was
they
like
were like
70s.
yeah, like
Nah, bro.
you're
It was
gonna
like
hit- I mean, I don't know if
80s or
Nolan
something.
Ryan hit
Yeah,
bombs,
Frank
but
Thomas,
like,
like the
like
oldest
you're
one
saying,
I
I
can
hit
remember.
bombs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
73.
Like,
73.
Okay.
He's like
73.
What
Okay,
I'm saying is,
how about this?
back
What
in the day, you know,
what
you
if,
got Babe Ruth, who was hitting bombs? You know what I mean? And then like all of a sudden it was just like, no, pitchers don't need to hit.
here's a
I'm trying to keep getting off topic.
here's the off-topic idea. What if we batted 10 and you had a DH and the pitcher bat?
I like that.
Is that too? Is that too?
We talked about this before.
Like I know baseball loves 3s and 9s and like multiples of 9.
That's way
I
better.
don't- then
You just broke the MLB
then you get
formula.
both. Then you get both though. I think I
Bro,
kind of like it. I don't know.
No,
Why
I just blew a brain cell.
You don't like it? Yeah. The
Sorry.
purists don't want to hear
This
that.
is,
The purists don't want to hear that. I get it.
Faster,
It's so
but they
easy
can't
to
add
just
another
pay a
batter.
hitter to hit. Like to have that extra.
Yeah.
Like you can't field for anything because that your job's not relaxed depending on it. But no, it should be. You should be able to have to hit. You should have to defend. Like a DH just comes in and he just hits. Once every 3 innings unless it's a higher scoring game. Like I don't think that it changes the game. Plus, when a National League team goes to the American League and we don't have the extra.
Yeah.
We don't have that extra guy. So we got to take one of our bench guys that hits like 215 or below the Mason line.
You know,
and we're like,
you know what a good valid point to that is most of the time when DHs get a hit like late in the game, they're big body dudes, so you end up giving pinch hitters or pinch runners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good point too.
Dude, Edgar was, that dude was like jacked. You know what I mean? Like,
Edgar.
Or David
honestly, I
Ortiz.
think honestly,
I want to
with-
know how many stolen bases David Ortiz has. That's a stat that I want to know.
Ortiz
got
is
like
made of
3.
Boston cheesesteaks.
I'll look
No,
it
he's
up.
gotta have-
But okay, he's
Man,
David Ortiz is arguably like the most clutch hitter in baseball history.
I was gonna
like,
say,
you want
I-
to take that
I don't-
out of the game?
I don't want to.
Like,
I don't want to talk a bunch of
Yeah.
crap about David Ortiz because I love that dude.
like that guy has like the
Like-
like he was like Mr. Clutch. Like you didn't want him coming up to bat in the playoffs.
I mean, he was. Yeah, I mean, especially if
Looks
you're a
like
Yankees
Rick Ross's
fan.
uncle.
He had the
But-
power. He had the eye. He could walk. He wouldn't swing at BS. He was gonna
Now,
Well,
but you knew every swing though. Every swing was that swing. You know what
right.
I mean, every swing was.
and he,
David-
but he had-
David Ortiz's career, he had 17 stolen
I
bases.
was gonna say under 20 was, and that was probably all early, like Minnesota
That is
Twins
actually
days.
Probably.
I did
All
not expect
face
it to be
down.
that high. I didn't think
He
that
had
was
2 in 2016.
Ooh,
Damn.
He had 4 in 2013.
caught him sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thought it was
Threw the
good.
ball in the dirt.
You know what? They won the World Series in 2013, so those probably helped.
They probably did. They probably came
You know
in
what I
big
mean?
moments.
Those were probably like, oh shit, oh crap. we need to get Ortiz from second to third. What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? He's running on
Right.
full count, right?
Hit and run, the guy didn't swing or something.
Exactly, and it's like, well, he's 3/4 of the way there. Let's get him there. That's what it is. I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest. I could throw him out in an MLB. Actually, I could not catch a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. I could definitely throw down the third faster than you can get from second to third.
Yeah.
I bet you money you can't.
I bet you money I can throw down the third.
Devin can't throw.
All right.
You're
Someone
Trick
get David
question.
Ortiz on the phone.
Yeah.
We got to get a regulation field. I want to see this.
Yeah.
All right.
Get a Venmo going. Everyone puts like $5 towards Ortiz. See what happens.
I'm with you, Chance.
Let's move on
I think my
to
ball
our
would be 10 feet above the third baseman's head.
Right.
Yeah, mine
not on
too.
target.
Why didn't
Not
you
on
catch
target.
that?
Not even close. Yeah,
All right, let's move on to our last MLB one.
definitely some adjust
I'm gonna
fire
do-
shit on that.
I'm gonna do MLB home runs. We're gonna go Barry Bonds, Albert Pujols, Mark McGwire. You're looking strictly at home runs.
Yep.
Start, bench, cut. Go.
None.
Done.
Pujols.
None.
I'll take Albert Pujols, and I would cut the rest of them because they cheated.
Oh. Okay.
I used to be, I'll be honest with you, I used to be a staunch person who was so against the steroid era. But you know what? Do any of you guys remember how exciting that McGuire Sosa was?
Oh yeah.
Like, let's be honest. You know what? That makes, now all of a sudden it's terrible. Like, you know how excited I was when the Red Sox got
Bring
Aaron
it
Gardner?
back.
Remember when he used to be a
It's
closer
like the
reliever
heavyweight
for
boxing
the
title.
Patriots? Or not for the Patriots, for the Dodgers. And then he came from the Dodgers over to Boston, and then all of a sudden it came out after Boston cut him after a year that he was doing steroids. It's like, oh man, it's like these guys are crushing bombs, dude, and it's like clearly Bonds is like on steroids.
When are we gonna forgive ourselves and start a different league where everything is legal?
Yeah, but you know what? Everything kind of was legal in like the late
Yeah.
Great.
2000s.
Dude,
It was great.
Well, and even before that, who was it? God damn it, I'm spacing on his name now. The guy who
Hey,
pitched no hitter on acid.
Oh,
Doc Ellison.
Yeah, Doc Ellis.
Jeff from left field.
Jeff would know
Yeah.
that.
But you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest here. Like, remember how exciting that was when we were kids, like watching that?
Like
Like,
the DJ in the back.
I agree.
literally
I agree.
Literally
The
watching history. So
the
I'm-
Sosa Bonds era was good.
I want McGuire, bro.
Oh yeah, the Sosa McGuire,
Start McGuire.
like back and
Start
forth, like
McGuire.
who's gonna get it?
You remember
Yeah.
Stone Cold
Yeah.
Steve Austin?
Start McGuire. I'm starting McGuire. I'm benching Bonds, and I'm cutting the last guy.
Remember that shit?
I'm
Start
sorry.
McGuire,
I wish
benching Bonds, and I can't remember the last guy, but he's gone.
Pujols.
Pujols.
Brett
Pujols.
All right.
Brett
I just
Boone,
love saying that
born
name,
under a rock.
Pujols.
Benching Pujols, and Bonds is gone.
Brett Boone.
Do you cutting Bonds? Okay, I
Yeah,
like
but
it.
Bonds is, I don't know. He was late to the show, man. He was late to the show. I think he should have been involved with that McGuire Sosa.
Okay, all right.
transaction.
I like it.
And-
He didn't.
Put Albert Pujols then, because Albert Pujols is really late to the show.
He was not- I don't-
Yo.
You ever get caught?
No, that's why I say
That's exactly why. I was like,
I
Remember
will
the
take
cork
Albert
bat?
Pujols, and I will sign a single-A player
You remember that shit?
for my bench.
Do you remember the cork bet?
Take the place for the number two.
all right, fair enough. Yeah.
Bro, I mean, when- the random single-A
Good
player-
God.
I was never a Bonds fan, man. I mean, the
Ask me to
Giants,
put
like, I
a
was
song
never,
on. It's from
you know,
'96.
a San Francisco Giants fan. That team was just kind of always garbage. Like,
Dude,
they
okay,
always
but
wanted to- they always wanted to be a New York
Go,
I
what
will
is
take
that?
Albert Pujols and
Chappelle
Blake
Show.
That's
Snell
right.
in dingers before I pick Barry Bonds and Mark
Oh my God! Stop.
Say Kershaw.
Oh my God!
I
Yeah,
think you
stop.
meant, I think you meant Madison Bumgarner. That guy hits bombs.
I thought you were talking about Felix Hernandez.
Right. No, I think I'm picking Bonds, man.
Oh.
I think it was the Giants Angels, that World Series. Like,
My question for you,
I remember that.
Heartbreaker, man.
who are you cutting?
That was a heartbreaker.
I think I'm cutting. So it's
Oh,
Bonds.
don't look at my notes.
Sorry, no. It was Bonds. Pujols.
McGuire.
I didn't even write this
Okay.
one down. You can't look.
I know. I was looking for names. You know, I think if we're talking strictly dingers, I think I'm cutting Pujols. I think Pujols is probably a better, like, all around, like, contact, get on
Why
base.
does everybody freak out when Chaz
I forgot
said?
Chaz
I said I was cutting Paul Sugar.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's because like,
I didn't freak
are
out.
you a purist? Are you not? And like, even if you are a purist, like, I feel like at some point it's like, was the whole era was probably on some sort of shit stuff. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, Bonds, I've heard stories of like Bonds took batting practice where he had a guy stand like 20 feet in front of him, throwing as hard as he could, and was still like hitting batting practice. Like, that's absurd. Like, steroids doesn't do that. Like, I could take
Yes,
steroids
it does.
and I'm not hitting 70 dingers on 100
You
mile per
also
hour
don't have the
pitching.
workout regiment that Barry Bonds probably
True,
did.
true.
But you also don't have that natural hand-eye coordination
Yeah,
either.
you're probably
Right.
gonna hit.
If you ask, if you ask what you're saying, and you go ask that
Oh, you
medical
hit
doctor
repairs.
that helped out
That is a
Alex
long-
Rodriguez all the years,
Remy
Balco.
he will tell you that it does help you, and like, and it's all in a time frame. Everything is timing.
Yeah.
Take it when you work out. If it's, and then the tablets they can put in your mouth during game time.
Yeah.
All those things, like, they can all play a part of hitting that extra dinger. You know, whatever.
Right. Are we sure Pujols is 100% clean? I know he's never popped for anything,
Yeah,
but
right, for real.
I don't know.
Look at that
but
guy. Look at
he's
that
a
neck.
god in my eyes.
Neck on that guy.
I think they're all Hall of Famers, which,
His neck's wider
Yeah,
than my
I-
fridge.
Well,
but
I would
yeah,
say that.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I would much rather have Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire over Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. Personally, I just got this.
No way,
I think Barry Bonds is just this trash dude who's just like he's like a wannabe Frank Thomas to me. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
Devin's so
Like, I don't know,
racist.
man. I just don't like him. I think he's.
Who
just
invited
like,
this guy?
Yeah, he hit all these home
I
runs,
did
like,
because it's funny.
I just think
it's
when
cool, dude.
when Bonds was playing in San Francisco, they had all those dudes out in the water kayaking, like
Ready to catch
that
balls
was awesome. Like,
outside the
I
park.
think that was good for baseball.
Personally, it wasn't as exciting to me as that Chase
All
down
of these
Roger
guys
Maris
got over
record.
walls,
There's
Devin.
nothing. There was nothing. I don't think personally besides the.
You remember
Sox,
watching that Roger Maris stuff?
I don't.
You
think
were alive.
Besides the Sox winning in 2004, I don't think there was anything more exciting than watching these two players try and beat Roger Maris's record.
Oh, okay,
You know what I
I
mean?
see. Yeah,
That's what I mean. I
that
don't
was
think-
that was fun, but they were both
There's
cheating
nothing,
too.
The next thing that's going to be as exciting is going to be somebody who's going to beat what's his name's starting record.
Okay.
Cal
Their
Ripken.
starting record.
Cal Ripken.
Okay, now that we bring that up. Now that we
they
bring
got
that up.
Nick to be a moderator.
That's gonna be the most exciting thing personally to me. I don't think
Now
you know what I mean. When you beat a record,
Need
like
that mute button, like on
yeah.
around the horn.
we got it, baby.
Nah, don't mute him. Don't mute him. Don't mute him.
Oh, this is the best part.
Now,
Next.
now that we
You
now
got
we
points
now
to
no. All right,
Next.
now
Jeff
that
has all
we,
the points of this, right?
now that yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Now that we brought that up, Cal Ripken Jr. What is the most of the impressive of these three? Okay, UConn women's basketball winning 90 straight.
Yep.
Cal Ripken Jr. starting 8,264 games straight,
God, that's insane.
or Brett Favre starting 297 NFL games.
Wow.
Who are you starting with, Nick?
I'm going to go ahead and say Cal Ripken Jr. starting that long was way more impressive than Brett Favre. NFL games take way more of a toll on a person than a baseball game, but
UConn women's is basketball, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
college
Yeah. Yeah.
girls.
yep, college girls.
Yeah.
But 8,264 games is way longer than, if you think about it, than Brett
How many
Favre's streak.
years is that?
I have no idea.
I will take I think Cal Ripken's is something that will never be broken. I think Brett Favre's record has a better chance of getting broken than Cal Ripken's, and UConn women's, it's whatever. But I will take Cal Ripken.
Okay. UConn's women, legitimately, just based on what you just said, though, UConn's women's basketball team record will never be broken, ever.
Probably
That's
not.
true.
Ever.
Probably not.
women,
And I
just
think that
because Devin
record has a
hates
better
it.
chance of getting broken.
It's Connecticut. You might like it.
Oh, it is.
Here's my thoughts on it. I'm gonna go the same and then different from you guys.
Same, but different.
Same difference.
We same but different.
We are same.
I'm gonna go Cal Ripken and then I'm gonna go UConn.
Yep.
Because it's a whole team. It's not one person.
Yeah.
And
That's not a whole team. You know how many different girls were on that stretch of a streak?
that's what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
It's
I'm
the
trying
consistency.
I gotcha. Okay. I'm adding to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Pieces. Why you guys arguing? Jeez.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing. They got a whole team and different teams
Good point.
to string that win series together. And, I mean,
He's going to get another beer.
yeah, Brett Favre was impressive, and I don't want to take anything away from him. But if I had to go 1, 2, 3, I'm going Cal Ripken, UConn, Brett Favre.
Boy, you better mute that. I swear to God.
Okay. I'm probably.
You thought I was bad.
Yeah, I didn't bring it with me when I went, man. Come on.
We didn't even flush.
Right.
Oh my
Go ahead,
God.
Chaz. Go ahead, Chaz.
Go,
I'm
Chaz.
distracted by the tile, but that's okay.
We're all watching.
I think it's safe to say I'm probably the biggest Brett Favre guy here. Jeff knows. I grew up Favre. Dude, I love Favre. I wanted to be Brett Favre. Like,
Is Jeff
so-
the only guy that played football?
but at the same time, I am the same guy that grew up playing baseball. So I do give the nod here to Cal Ripken. Baseball is every day. That is brutal. Like, play every game in one season alone. Play all 162 games like that.
That's true.
That's like in today's baseball, like that really doesn't. I mean, it happens for a few guys, but
That's unheard of.
like, yeah, it's crazy. So I think that is most impressive. As big as a Brett Favre fan I am, and I think Favre's will get broken because NFL now you can barely even touch the quarterback and it's a freaking penalty. So,
How
but
far away was Eli away from it?
yeah, Eli got hosed by his owners.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is like those streaks get ruined now because of like political
Stupid stuff, yeah.
points, teams trying to like save money, whatever. But Brett Favre also did play like that Monday night after his dad died. He threw like 4 or 5 touchdowns,
you.
300
Yep.
yards.
Broken
Like
thumb.
Brett Favre. I love Brett Favre. He's my favorite quarterback. He's not the best quarterback of all time, probably, but
Right?
in my book, I love Brett Favre, and I think, and then NFL, they only play 16 games every year,
16
so
games.
like
That was also was that extended?
Yo,
Yeah,
and
do the
don't
math.
even think about just the games.
right,
Think about the practice.
right.
I know he's wearing a red shirt because he's the quarterback,
He didn't go
but
to
he's
practice,
still
Nick.
he's still out there. He's busy sending pictures on his phone to cheerleaders or PR people.
Exactly.
I think-
Stop.
Yeah, oh no, yeah. Brett Favre turned into the creepy old man, and I can.
Well,
it's like
all right.
it's like watching your dad get old. You know?
I
It's
mean,
kind of weird.
Okay,
you know?
he
Like-
moves up to number 1 for me just for that impressive hog.
Right. Yeah, and I saw the girl he sent it to. I'd send it to her. She's hot. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, not
I
sorry.
can't fold him for that.
But I think third. I put UConn basketball at the bottom of that list, and it's not disrespect. I actually like girls basketball. High school, I did like sports medicine. I was trained. I went to a lot of
I think
high
about
school.
now.
Oh no, yeah. No, actually, I think there should be. I would start a petition. I hate when I'm watching ESPN and the bottom line scrolls, and I'm like, oh my gosh, UW basketball got killed today, and then I see the women's next to it, and I'm like, oh come on, man. Like, you tricked me. You tricked me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to see that. Like, I don't know. I think women's basketball would be better if they like lowered the hoops a little bit so they could dunk, play a smaller ball. They do play.
They
smaller.
do play a smaller ball.
Even smaller ball. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to respectfully
This guy.
disagree.
I am all about equality.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Cal Ripken at number 1. I'm gonna put UConn basketball at number 2.
Okay.
Because there's no. Listen, that was the same thing. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, like when you're watching this Sosa McGuire race, when you started watching that Diana Taurasi UConn basketball, that was all over Sports Center. They stuck this right in. Think about it. Come on.
Yeah.
I understand that. I remember when I first met Chaz. Chaz had this farm jersey. Listen, I remember everything.
Oh, and crap.
Listen, I know.
Why can't I think of her name? She is just came into the rain.
Carhartts are better than Wranglers. I don't mean to
Sue
plug
Bird?
it, but it's true.
No, not Sue Bird.
The newer one.
Yeah, but
Kirsten
she just won
Stewart.
Brianna Stewart.
Brown Stewart. Sorry.
Yeah, she just won a world champion, or not a world championship, but a national championship with UConn,
Right.
and then goes right into winning a WNBA championship.
My
Like,
whole thing is, listen,
that's awesome.
Dude.
How
That's
cool is that?
That's cool. That's cool, but
It's so
it's
unfortunate.
girls' college
because, like,
basketball.
like,
I just can't. I
women's
can't
sports
do it.
Take off like men's sports, but they
Make women's
can't. I
basketball
will tell you
more
this. I know
exciting.
this is off topic, but women's World Cup is so much better than the
I
men's
drink, I
World
start
Cup.
to talk
It
about
is-
it, isn't it?
It's like men's World Cup is like watching about 1,000 LeBron James just flop all over the field.
We don't do that.
You watch the women's World Cup? Oh, man, that is crazy.
Right.
That's like kicking each other in the head. It's like
I mean,
damn bad match out there.
exciting or not, or however you feel about women's basketball, it's that streak and it's that consistency
Thank you. Yeah.
between like you
That's
have
why I added it, baby.
you have these
Yeah,
these
good
women
job.
graduating, these ones coming up. They stayed consistent. That's why they're my number 2 pick.
I like it.
I honestly, Chaz, what I think is I think a lot of people have. I mean, believe it or not, I think a lot of
We're
people
all-
now
the
that
rest
like,
of the people
you know
are
what I
here.
mean. Once that Favre is retired, you know what I mean. Like, I think a lot of people have actually forgot about Favre because he's no longer in the talks on ESPN. He's
That's
no
true.
longer, you know what I mean. He's no longer anywhere. It's always Brady, Breeze, Rodgers. You know what I mean. It's like you never hear
That's
about
because
Favre.
those are
It's
all
like,
active
why
players
not?
that are
You
still
always hear
doing
about-
stuff.
Yeah, you never hear about.
I disagree.
Bro, he sold me a pair of jeans.
I disagree.
Bro, nobody talks.
Pull up,
I disagree with
last
Bro,
time-
nobody
pull up
talks
last
about
time
the
on
Hall of
ESPN
Fame.
on Sports Center football season. John Martin.
Not-
So anyway,
well,
Dan
when
Marino.
Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
plays-
Yeah. Oh, what? Most interceptions? Come on, man.
No. When Patrick
Bro.
Mahomes,
No.
Patrick Mahomes grew up trying to be like Brett Favre, and he
Right.
always try to bring that up now. Like Patrick
Baker
Mahomes,
Mayfield,
yeah,
same
idolize that.
style.
Do you see like
True.
when Patrick Mahomes plays where he throws those passes where he doesn't even look? It reminds me of what Brett Favre would do when he would go over there and just toss the ball. up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Totally.
He'll come up with some crazy play.
And then it works.
Right.
Hey, the
Like,
definition of
what?
legends, right? They bend the rules.
Right.
50% of the time. I mean, yeah, you had those brutal interceptions, and I remember a lot of them, you know. But he also won. You know,
Right.
like how many
Oh, yeah.
quarterbacks he could have.
Bobby's a
lost,
Packers
he
fan,
lost
just-
games, but I would
just
rather
beat
see
you
that
guys.
risk than have to win a game.
Yeah.
Well, that's, I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up like a
back
Packers
in the
guy
day, I was
too,
like,
honestly.
well, that's, you know, Favre has most
Yeah, I did too, because the Seahawks
Yeah.
suck
Yeah.
balls.
You know what? The dude played the longest.
Let me dime Chaz out real quick. Chaz grew up a fucking
The
Green
dude
Bay
played when he
fan,
played.
guys.
What is Frederick?
Okay.
All right.
I only liked Brett Favre because he kicked the shit out of Matt Hasselbeck.
All right, we're gonna
Let's
we're
move
gonna
along.
get hold on. Let's get Bobby's take real quick.
Oh, sorry, Bobby.
Let's get Bobby's take real quick.
It was Bobby and I were having an A and B conversation.
Yeah, you already got my take on the UConn. Or
You took Cal Ripken,
I
then
took Cal Ripken, and
Okay,
then I
all right,
took UConn number
okay.
2.
all right.
Let's move on to this one. I want to talk
Yeah.
about
Okay,
this one.
let's
Hey,
do it.
Don't ask Jeff.
All right, here we go. We're gonna
Fuck
do
you, Dennis.
Wait, is
Sorry.
Jeff there?
the big one
I
here.
didn't know Jeff left.
LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe.
How dare you.
Start, bench, cut.
Luke
Uh,
Ridnour.
Don't ever talk about LeBron in the same conversation with Michael Jordan. It's Michael Jordan and then Kobe.
Boom!
you.
Thank you. Okay, so maybe this isn't going to be as big a conversation as I thought, because, yeah, how I have it is number one, Michael Jordan, start, then bench Kobe and cut LeBron.
I'm with it.
Yeah, I still follow that. You know that Facebook page where it's like LeBron James haters united. I still follow that.
I need to start following that.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's the best. It exposes him for what he is, bro.
And
Go
the
ahead.
memes that they post about LeBron is ridiculous.
But-
Yeah.
Here,
What is he?
I just wrote some stuff down.
Let me
He's
be
a
devil's
fraud,
advocate
bro.
here.
He's a fraud, bro.
Let me...
Yo, Chaz is hating.
Let,
man.
I went my
You're a
turn,
fraud,
but
So-
Back, Chad.
so
Let's go.
MJ, 6-time NBA championship, 6-time NBA Finals MVP, 5-time NBA MVP, 14-time All-Star, NBA Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, 2 gold medals. He scored 32,292 points.
Don't
He got
believe the hype.
6,672 rebounds, 5,633 assists. Kobe Bryant is a 5-time NBA championship, 2-time Finals MVP, 18-time All-Star, second in most points in a single game, second only to Wilt Chamberlain.
81, baby.
81 points. Wilt Chamberlain got 100 points.
With no 3-point line.
That's a Mamba
Yeah.
mentality.
That's true. Without a 3-point
that
line.
probably helped him though. No one was shooting threes.
Bro, he was
He got-
3 feet taller than everybody.
Kobe
God.
Bryant
He
also
was dunking
scored
on accountants.
30
and
He was
stuff.
playing with Japanese people.
Kobe Bryant also scored 33,643 points, 7,047 rebounds, 6,306 assists,
Yeah.
and he
when the
start-
backboard was plywood.
and he started in almost 1,100 games. He started in, or 1,200 games. He started in 1,198 games. He started in 200 playoff games and won 2 gold medals.
Damn. The gold medals were a cakewalk for all three of
Dream
these
team,
guys.
yeah.
For all three of these guys.
Bronze better
There's
than
only
Kobe.
two types. There's only two types of
lit.
people who love LeBron more than Michael Jordan. People who were born after 2002, okay,
Yeah.
and those who think and seem to forget because they always bring up the stats like, well, he didn't win anything until Scottie Pippen came. Well, you know what? Scottie Pippen was a disher, and if we're gonna say that like everybody else on that team was scoring, it was literally Michael Jordan and everybody else that were defensive players. They didn't have a bench either.
Yeah,
And
John
back in the day,
Stockton
when
was the
you're
best
competing,
point guard in the league. What are you saying?
People forget that Shaq played with Penny Hardaway and didn't win anything either. So let's not
Penny
get carried
Hardaway.
away.
Oh my god.
Let's not get carried away here to say like Michael Jordan could have carried a team. Shaq didn't carry any team on his own. When did he
Right.
name a team that Shaq carried on his own?
All of them?
None. When he went to Miami and you won that, Dwayne Wade was MVP.
Yeah.
So?
When
Because he dished
When,
it to Shaq?
you know,
Got a
I'm not saying
triple-double?
that Shaq
I mean,
is
what are you
bad.
saying?
Shaq
Oh my
is
god.
Shaq is the best center, one of the best
Seriously.
centers of all time. I'm just saying it's like, and then you have
Is it a
Olajuwon.
coincidence Shaq has been on 3 teams? 3
Yeah, he
different
was-
Are you being serious?
I'm taking.
What?
Devin, who you taking?
No, tell me.
No, that's-
Okay.
I'm taking Tracy McGrady.
He was on the
Stop.
list.
Oh my god. Where's my mute button?
T-Mac never made it out of the first round. Come on.
Honestly,
Rockets,
honestly, it's a toss-up between Jordan and Kobe for me. I think
Woo.
the only reason that I'm like not really wanting to choose Jordan is because like, man, he's just a effing dickhead, bro. He's like, you know, I was like, man, but LeBron is just like, he's working his way up that ladder. He keeps going. It's like it almost seems like every other game, it's like, well, LeBron just did this record, or you know what I mean. Even if they're not going to make the playoffs this year, it's like he keeps breaking a record. You know what I mean? It's like,
triple-double
that
every
dude is
fucking
legit.
night.
Even though his hairline is now a 6-head, that dude is legit going to like he's gonna play like Tom Brady. He's
Right,
gonna keep going
forever.
until he's like 42.
It's never been
I mean,
hurt.
I don't think he's gonna get 6 championships though. So all right, I'm gonna say Jordan, Kobe. No. Jordan, LeBron, Kobe.
No, bro.
I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm
You
not not a LeBron fan.
But
I
we can't.
honestly. I mean, I can't deny greatness. Honestly, this is me.
But the thing is, it's not greatness. Anybody can go and create a big three in Miami to win in the first place. And the only reason why he's the
That's
youngest
cool,
player.
but you know what?
If
But
Michael
think
Jordan,
about this.
if Jordan didn't retire 3 times, Michael Jordan would blow away the points. The point that would be so
You can't prove that.
LeBron would
Wait,
never catch up.
Listen,
LeBron's
you can create a big three, but who was the first team to do that?
Speculation, bro.
2007,
The-
2008, goddamn Celtics, right?
No. Okay.
No, it was before that. It was before
Kobe
that.
has LeBron's
Kobe,
number,
Shaq,
and LeBron's better than both of them, technically.
But what I'm saying
Numbers
is
don't
that
lie.
what makes me
Evolution.
upset about the whole LeBron thing is he got with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in the offseason and said, hey, we're all teaming up together. And then they were like, okay, surprise, we're all going to
Yeah,
Miami.
that's saying.
Okay.
That's awesome. Like, I respect that because Chris Bosh was like, yo, I got that hard too, so I'm not going to kill you.
All right. You know
I-
what? Kobe's better than Michael Jordan. What? Anybody else see the '98 All-Star game where he fucking blocked him?
Oh my
Bring up the
god.
clip, Nick. Bring it up.
I think the
Play
worst,
the clip.
part about
For
it
Bobby.
is that LeBron like pledged allegiance to his hometown. I think that's, you know what I mean. He's gonna bring a championship to them. I think that was
Right.
Don't,
Okay.
Don't.
Let's go
Don't.
there. I haven't got.
Don't.
All right.
Don't.
Tell
Okay.
him.
All right, Chad.
I'll
Go
speak,
ahead.
Chad.
Speak.
Okay. First of all, at this point, I feel like obligated to defend LeBron just
Oh,
because everything I
God.
said.
Get him.
But
thank you, Chad.
okay. First of all, this three, it's impossible. They're 3 studs, best of their
Couple
generations.
points.
I think LeBron's the best player on the planet right now, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess I would say, I mean, it's pretty situational for me. Like, do I want LeBron to take the last shot of the game to win it? No, I don't think I do. Like,
No.
Ray Allen won that one for him the one year.
Kobe or Jordan, though.
But what I'll say
Last
is,
shot of the game, though. Answer that.
in that 3,
That's a hard one.
That's
all right.
I'm taking Jordan.
And then, okay, when LeBron came back 3-1 against the Warriors, the best team in NBA history,
percentages.
what, 72, 73
Yeah.
regular season wins,
Numbers don't lie.
came back 3-1, carrying a team of like
Don't
okay
you
people.
dare tell me
Absolute
nobody's.
Nobody's in this
Don't
game.
you dare tell me
Okay.
nobody's.
Yeah, you can get that nobody's crap right out of here.
Stop it.
Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and the
Look how
fact
mad
that
he
the NBA
is.
helped
Look at
out
him now.
LeBron. by-
Seriously.
Draymond
How
Green.
is Kevin Love a nobody?
Draymond Green
How is
doesn't
How is
get
Kyrie
defensive
Irving a nobody?
wins.
They haven't won anything now.
yo? Was Kyle Korver on that team that year too?
Yeah.
Kyle
Yes.
Korver was on that team too.
Kyle
He
Korver,
basically he basically
You
carried
just
the
rattled
Hawks.
off 4 white
Christian
guys.
The-
Come on.
The Bulls had depth. They had
They didn't
Steve
have depth. What
Kerr,
are you talking
Ron
about?
Howard, Rodman was like the best rebounder of his generation.
Who?
Tony Kukoc.
How many of those guys? How many of those guys are in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, well, you don't. I don't know that, but
Where's Kyle Korver at?
I think he's like
Retired.
shooting threes for like
is sleeping in a ditch
the
somewhere.
Cavs, I think still. But
That dude, he was
Nobody
in the
fucking
garbage
knows.
can.
That's the point.
Like,
I think
Because he was good. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no.
you.
As a LeBron defender, it is becoming harder and harder to defend LeBron because of what he's done.
What is
Yeah.
But
that?
I think also that Jordan and Kobe would have struggled in this social media era.
Oh.
Like Kobe obviously had the sex scandal.
More hate.
That would have been brutal in like the
Yeah,
Twitter
but
era.
Kobe-
Michael Jordan was
But my boy Kobe brushed it off.
the gambler.
Yeah, he changed numbers.
Punched his teammates in practice. Like the whole Jordan retired to play baseball. There's like the
Bro.
conspiracy theory that Jordan was actually suspended for gambling. Conspiracy theory, but there's a theory that Jordan left to play baseball because he was gonna get suspended. Just a conspiracy. But I will say, I think I'm going. I think at this point in my life, after what I've seen, I think I'm going Kobe, Jordan, LeBron. I made a case for LeBron, but he's still my 3. But I think I've become a Kobe guy.
Horrible case for him.
Kobe.
It was
I-
very hard
no.
for him.
I mean, like, listen.
I had to give him some defense for LeBron. Like
I,
the dude carried like as a young 18, 19-year-old took
Bro,
this no-name Cavs team to the finals.
Bro.
Like
game
like
of
they
21
like
or an NBA basketball team. Numbers
Yeah.
don't lie.
it's
LeBron
tough.
carried
I'll
every
tell you something
single
else.
team.
Is that if you want to talk about
Period.
LeBron like that, then I'll put up AI over LeBron any day because.
Thank
anytime
you!
he's got two-
Oh, he
Thank you!
Philadelphia, and he took his team to the finals and won Game 1 on his own.
And don't even try and say
Anybody.
Antetokounmpo was like on fire then. He was
30
way past his
years old.
prime.
He was old. And then Eric Snow was nobody.
Kobe
And
wins the
everybody
game
was-
of 21.
I'm not even a huge.
So if
I'm
we
not
want to use the excuse LeBron took like the no-name team Cavs, then you can give me
No.
AI that he took a no-name Sixers for 10 years to the playoffs on his own by himself.
I'm not even a huge like basketball fan per se. I love playoff basketball, right? I love playoff basketball. That is, I mean, playoff sports, any sport is amazing. But I mean, I watch LeBron. I mean, you see this kid come in. He's got his regular forehead. Nowadays, he's got his 6 head. But it's like, come on, dude. Like, this dude is legit one of the greatest of all time. You cannot deny it. I'm sorry. I know he's
The
flops. I know he
greatest.
does all this stuff.
Physically,
but it's like-
numbers.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I would say he's not in my top 10 of all time. I would say he's in the top 200
Top 10?
players of all time.
That's
I'll-
brutal.
my God,
You're
dude.
okay. You're high now. Okay, you're high now.
No,
three.
he is in my top 10. But I mean, I just think
I think he's in the top 5 contention, bro.
Oh, for sure.
He's top 5.
That top
I
10
lost
gets
all
filled
respect
up
for you,
pretty
Bobby.
fast when I talk about guys that like Wilt Chamberlain. Then you have I put Allen Iverson on there. I've got
Yeah, because you're a Phillies fan. Get out of here, bro.
No, I mean
No, but I
I think
agree with him though.
Allen Iverson,
AI, dude. AI is like, I mean,
Yeah, well, what about Scalabrini?
AI couldn't play with anyone. He's like the Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook had all those good teammates. He can't win. He's good. He's good, right?
Why is James Harden playing for the Rockets and Kevin Durant playing for the Golden State Warriors?
They're all on the same team.
All right.
At one point-
Oklahoma
What about
sucks.
biggest bust this season? Here's the question. Biggest bust this season. Rockets will not make it to the finals. Guarantee you that.
No. That's not.
Well, they
That's
probably
not-
the Warriors.
No one even
Warriors,
said that.
Warriors.
No, think about it though. Like everybody's like, oh,
Is-
like,
is- Has Massachusetts legalized marijuana over there? What is going on?
Well, he lives in Maine, so.
Oh yeah.
I think I could be wrong, but I think the Rockets. I think the Rockets have beaten the Warriors like 2 or 3 times this season too.
Yeah, that's cool. But you know what? You know who I think?
It's cool.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Alright.
I'm just saying.
We're gonna.
Harden has a legit MVP case.
Chaz brought up a good point. I mean, think about it though. Like, I mean, Sonics drafted who? Who did the Sonics draft? KD and Westbrook.
Yes.
They draft Westbrook too. All right.
They drafted Westbrook,
What
but
about
moved
Lil
the season
Cox?
after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then
You
Harden
see-
came.
Sonics.
And then they moved though, right? And then they moved and went to OKC, and then you got Harden, KD,
Yep. And Nick
Westbrook. And
Collison.
then all of a sudden, this team is all. They can't get anything done. That team should have won a GD championship in the first 2 years.
You know why they did it? LeBron in the Heat.
No,
LeBron
because of
the
Ray
Heat beat
Allen.
them.
And then you know.
Well,
Honestly, if you want to go back to this conversation, I think KD is actually up there. I think KD is in the top 4.
I think he'll get
Yo,
there.
okay. First of all, my okay. Hold on. First of all,
Yeah,
my
right now. Yeah.
but then you gotta count Steph Curry.
My three-
I think KD's number
Steph
one.
isn't even in the top 3.
Yeah, all right,
too
fair
light
enough.
skinned.
Yeah, I agree with
So
that.
If you're gonna count KD,
Steph Curry is not in the top 3 of basketball's greats right now. He is not.
His brother is though.
He's
His
the
brother
best.
is.
he's
No.
the best shooter.
There ain't
He's
no
the best
point
shooter of
guards that
basketball, but I
best
don't
all
think he's
time.
the best player.
He's
of
not.
He's
No,
not
okay.
that shooter, man. You know what? When I used to play back in Jeremy Huffman's house, we used to play like 2K, like fucking 2K7.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I used to switch out. Ray Allen.
We're gonna go back 12 years?
What does that have to do with anything right now?
All right, Nick, what's your next
Man,
topic?
First of all,
when I
First
played
Steve
Mike
here.
Tyson's Punch Out,
Yeah,
I was the world champ.
What happened to Greg Oden?
All right.
What
I
happened?
got my 3 is Michael, Kobe, then LeBron. Okay.
Right now,
I'm gonna tell you.
right now.
No.
On the list.
We're discussing Michael Jordan, Kobe, and
You're right.
LeBron.
Let's get back to
Michael
that.
Jordan as a general manager is horrible. So I don't know right
Yeah.
now if you want to.
How are those Bobcats?
We're not talking about
They moved.
that. We're not talking about that.
Savage, bro.
Okay. What if I told you the greatest comeback of the NBA was
3-1?
not a 3-1 comeback? It's not. The best comeback of the NBA was LeBron's hairline.
Oh.
That's why he's
damn.
getting cut by
Got the
LeBron.
hair in a can.
But it never came back, bro.
It's back because somebody got hair plugs or something. All right. Michael, Kobe, LeBron. That's where I'm at. All right.
That's a great deal.
How do you guys feel about ranking some NFL players right now?
I agree 100%.
You down for it? All right.
That it's weird. Wow, it's weird.
I'm not gonna.
Fight, so it's your guys' show.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. Well, I mean, I'm trying to get you guys all collectively involved.
Oh, perfect.
So, who's your favorite player of NFL of all time?
Michael Vick.
Okay. Why?
He was exciting. He changed the game of football. Like, just,
Okay.
like growing up, that dude was unstoppable.
Yeah. Vic. Oh yeah.
All right, yeah. I mean, that's actually like a real legit like solid. That's like
I agree
He
with
was
that.
so electrifying.
That's cool.
I bought
legit.
Atlanta Falcons Michael Vick jersey that year. That year they got the new jerseys. He's like on the cover of Madden. I bought that
He was
jersey.
a
It
99 on Madden. Like,
was like my ninth grade year. I remember that.
Okay. How about you, Devin?
It's gotta be
Man,
Tom
that's really
Brady.
hard. Honestly,
It's gotta be Tom Brady.
It's hard, but Tom Brady.
Honestly, I'm leaning towards like Sean Alexander.
What?
Alright.
Yeah, that's like Teddy Bruschi is like my all-time like pass player. Ty Law's legit, but I mean like I don't know, man. Like Seattle, man, Sean Alexander just like really like showed like I mean think about it. Think about the Seattle's running game. You know what I mean? Like they've been keeping up with that running game. You know, I don't know, man. Like that dude was
I only
unstoppable.
had like 4.
And now you got 4 of them. Now you got 4 of these dudes who. Why? Why not re-sign Golden Tate?
Okay. So you're going Sean Alexander.
No, fuck. I don't know. Skip me.
Skip you. All right.
Brady.
Eric.
He's gonna go after everyone's like Brady.
Yeah. It's okay to say Brady. I mean,
Hey,
It's all
just
good,
say
man.
Brady. We already know.
Yeah.
We already
He's
know.
already the GOAT. I'm not choosing Brady. He's already the GOAT.
Yeah, because we all called you out. That's the only reason.
No, yeah.
Backed right off.
I think mine's hard because like every position is so unique. So I have like favorites at positions, but like I said earlier, I was a big Brett Favre. Like growing up, he was definitely my favorite player. But as I grow older, like watching Marshawn Lynch, like oh my god, like how fun was watching Marshawn Lynch? Like
That's what I'm saying.
the dude just ran over people. Like that Saints run, that'll probably be burned in my brain forever. Where he just throws Saints
Or
defenders
when-
off of him.
Or when Cam Chancellor
Right.
hit.
Love Cam Chancellor, Vernon Davis.
Yeah,
Not-
when Cam Chancellor. Oh, God damn it! Who did he hit? Where he was just like went off the air or off the ground. It was just like
Right.
just speared him.
Yeah. I loved watching Cam. I mean, thinking of safeties, I loved watching like Ed Reed and Brian Dawkins back in the day.
Ed Reed, yeah,
Phillies
Ed
fan.
Reed,
I know he
yeah.
loves Brian Dawkins. I'm sure.
Oh no, he's actually a Packers fan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We had Randy Moss and Terrell Owens going.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, God,
it's
Travis
hard to pick
Johnson
one.
In his prime, like
That was fun.
I'm not. Hey man, you're just like
Charles
Did you-
Woodson, like
you guys are
I know,
like
I get it.
positioning players and saying like, hey, this is where I think this guy is good. This guy's good in this position. I'm asking you who your favorite of all time is. Who
why I
your
say Michael
favorite
Vick,
is.
because he was so electrifying.
That's so hard, dude. There's so many.
Man, my
Like,
favorite of all
it's not my
time, just
favorite.
because he got me into watching football, is Steve Young.
Okay.
All right,
Respectable.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Man,
And I feel the same way about Kurt Warner. That's why I was a Rams fan when I first got into NFL. When I watched the show on The Greatest Show on Turf, that's why I fell in love with
Nick
football.
wore a Marshall Falk jersey for 3.5
Yeah,
years
Marshall
straight.
Falk.
I did.
Yep.
It's
They were
true.
sick.
Yeah.
Torrey Holt,
Marshall-
Isaac
Marshall
Bruce.
Falk, Isaac
Literally
Bruce.
every day.
Yeah, dude.
They
I'm
were, they
telling
were
you.
solid.
I
Yeah,
loved the Rams back in the day. Kurt Warner is my favorite quarterback of all
The
time.
only team he could win
Yo,
on Madden.
his story is even awesome too. Starting from being like a grocery bagger,
Right.
and just like coming up,
Canada
yeah,
football.
Canada
or something.
football, and the dude's just so like humble. So it's an easy pick for me. I'm picking Kurt Warner.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, fair
I guess
enough.
I'm going
Talked himself into it.
Brett
He's like,
Favre on similar logic. Brett Favre was my Kurt Warner, my Kurt Warner.
There you
Brett Favre,
Okay.
idolized the
Oh,
man.
yeah.
He played with passion. He'd be running off the field spanking his players. Brett Favre was having fun.
When you got me into you actually got me into Brett Favre. I remember that. You this. You were I was like, holy shit, holy crap, Jazz, Brett Favre.
You've already said it.
Jazz
You
also
don't have
had
to
a
correct
hat
it.
on.
Move on.
Jazz had a Red Sox hat on. He had a Houston Texans shorts on, jersey, and I was like, damn, this dude knows what's up. You know what I mean? He was like, now I'm gonna have to go with Malcolm Butler. I mean,
Nah, F you, man. Come on.
Nice save. I
Not
like
that good. One play made that man's career. One
Right
play.
when you think he's gonna redeem himself, he says some dumb shit like that.
I would have rather you'd said Tom Brady, you
I
asshole.
know. Honestly, yeah. Tom Brady was down 10 points to us.
Russell Wilson, maybe, dude. Honestly, that dude is legit. He's one of my all-time favorite players.
Okay.
You should do that best defense one. That was a
Okay.
good one.
You like that one?
I
Okay.
did like that one.
All right.
I really, honestly, I really do. The dude, one, I also look into, how they act off the field. Russell Wilson has the utmost class of anybody.
Nah, he's a
More
robot.
than anybody.
I
That
agree.
dude-
I mean,
he deserves more money than Aaron Rodgers. 100%.
He's a reptilian.
That guy is legit. I think
Man.
Russell Wilson might be my all-time favorite player.
as much
Okay.
as
I like that. Okay.
I like that guy. He's classy, and it makes me really sad when he loses.
He's gonna end up on the Patriots probably someday too. So
Okay.
it's
He
like
will. He will. You know
Nah, he's
that?
going to the
I called that-
Giants.
I called that 2 years ago. He's going to
called
be
that 2 years
the
ago.
Pat starting quarterback.
I can see
And he
it.
will bring them to the Super Bowl.
This
It's my worst
I'm not
nightmare,
gonna
but I
lie.
can see it.
All right.
You want to know why, though? You want to know why? Because Belichick will actually let him throw. That's why. Belichick
Yeah.
will let him throw the ball.
We
And
don't.
That's where the
This is
mess up.
speculation.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
collusion.
All right. Okay.
No,
Jeff,
call me Paul
where are you
Pierce,
at?
I'm the truth, bro.
Devin.
Jeff's favorite player of
Jeff's
all
favorite
time.
player.
NFL
Yeah.
Yeah.
favorite player of all time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, is Jeff even there?
150,000% Cam Chancellor.
Cam
Cam
Chancellor.
Chancellor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Bam,
it.
bam. Thank you, Cam.
I've
Bam, bam,
been a
thank you,
lifelong
Cam. All right.
football
I like Jeff.
fan.
I like
I've
Jeff.
played
He's going
many
in the
years
back
of
and he's
football,
going
but I have never seen anybody besides Sean Taylor, who just so happens to be
we're
his
now
favorite
talking
player,
Right.
So, you
kick
gotta
people's
address
ass
this.
every single fucking
It's
game
solid.
they
Yeah,
play.
I
Cam
agree with
Chancellor,
that.
dude.
He literally changes offenses because not because the quarterback can't make the throw, because the receivers are afraid. And I've never
Yeah.
seen that play out in front of my eyes until Cam Chancellor.
Oh yeah, that Super Bowl.
That's actually a good call.
We
It's
kicked
not
the-
picks,
I love
it's
that
not
call.
fucking even, regular tackles. It's those tackles that fucking matter, and they know that you want to hang your fucking tight end out to dry every other play, like everybody does. They're gonna probably die.
Pay for it. Yeah. Pay
You're
for
gonna die.
that Super
Literally,
Bowl.
their career
That Super Bowl,
will end.
the
Yeah,
Broncos.
It could very easily.
The Broncos' first play after the
Yeah,
safety,
we know
they
what you're
ran
talking
that
about. Yeah.
route
Yep.
across the middle to Demarius
Game
Thomas.
over.
Cam
And
Chancellor
just
lit
smashed
him up.
Smashed him.
Lit him up. And I was like, Cam just set the tone.
Yeah.
Just let he
Oh, I think
Ye-
that's who I was talking
blew him up.
about.
Yeah.
I was like, when he was just like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Demarius
It's like
Thomas.
this is what the Super
All
Bowl's
right.
gonna be.
Okay.
That's the
Julius.
rule.
Or when he punctured Gronk's lung.
Yeah. He
No,
he hurt Gronk. He hurt,
Oh, that was Earl
that
Thomas.
was
yeah,
Earl.
yeah.
Yeah. That was
All
Earl.
right.
Ask the que- Nick, you get
But he created that.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah,
I
I mean,
want to know why did everybody think that Aaron Donald was gonna be like crazy in that Super Bowl when he literally got stopped by just essentially a
You mean
no-name
Goff?
offensive lineman the entire game.
You mean Goff?
You know,
No.
He doesn't even know his name.
Aaron Donald.
He's talking about the
Defensive,
defensive
getting
end.
to Brady.
Getting to Brady.
Oh, the D tackle.
Yeah.
I think
My
getting
bad.
like even if you think about it, like when I watched,
He actually
I
played a
liked
solid
Brady
game considering
how do we
they
go
didn't
from
run the
Cam
ball.
Chancellor talking about Tom Brady?
All right. Because
He went right into the Patriots. game.
Right? Yeah, it's like, thanks, Devin. Jesus, didn't see that segue
They
coming.
couldn't run the ball.
I
Well,
can't
I guess
hear
they did at the end.
they had
But-
Joey Bosa mic'd up when they played the Chargers.
we talked about that.
You can't get to Brady. That's the thing.
You can't,
You can't.
dude. No,
You can't
no.
pay
what
enough
Joey
money to
Bosa
get to
said,
Brady.
Joey Bosa came up, slapped him on the butt, and was like, "Tom, you got to stop doing that." And he was doing what? He's like, "You're throwing it. You're getting rid of the ball too fast." And it's like you're talking to a 40-year-old quarterback who's getting rid of the ball faster than anybody that Joey Bosa played that entire season. Think about that. Seriously, think about that for a second. Like, come on, dude. The dude's 40 years old, and people are always like,
All right, hold on. Let me uncover my Tom Brady shrine, and then we'll talk.
but Eric, think about
Jesus.
it. Like, the dude, yeah, he's
Bro,
5 yard.
We're on the same page, but I'm done talking about it.
He's going 5-yard dumps, 10-yard dumps. There goes Edelman. Edelman down the
The answer is Belichick.
Man, we get it. Tom Brady's the GOAT. I don't care anymore. We all know.
I'm in Maine.
All right, we're moving on.
We've already
We're
been
moving
that
on.
from the show.
No. We're moving
I
on.
have a legit question. It was on my notes. The only note that I wrote, because I didn't really write anything down for this, but I wrote this Antonio Brown situation. So, okay, I want to bring it up because I just saw a thing.
What is he
I heard
saying?
about it from a guy at work.
He
And
says it's
I thought it was kind of small. I thought it was small, but then I read into it and he apparently is. So earlier this year, dating back this time last year, Antonio Brown's been getting personal advice from Terrell Owens on how his career should be ran. And it kind of makes sense now because only this is like he's pulling a total Terrell Owens move by like trying to demand a trade and get out, and like he's like almost like Terrell Owens 2.0 now. Like he was like such a quiet player, and all of a sudden now he's like. So my question is, where do you think he ends up? And are you on his side, or you're on the side of the Steelers, or on no side, and you're kind of like Ben Roethlisberger type of thing?
All right, I'm gonna run with this one. I got you. I'm gonna run with this one. Okay. Wherever he ends up, I don't care. He failed the Steelers organization by doing exactly what he did.
Yep.
Okay. A and B. B. Where he does end up, he's not going to be the Antonio Brown that you see now. The Antonio Brown that you see now, or the Antonio Brown that you saw in the past, Antonio Brown, if you watch his footage, he'll go for like a curl route, go out, and be covered. Ben Roethlisberger looks at him for his one, he's covered. Ben Roethlisberger looks everywhere else, those guys are covered, but the difference is Antonio Brown runs down the field after his coverage is there,
Yeah.
and the ball gets thrown to Antonio Brown down the field because Ben Roethlisberger is that good of a quarterback, hooks it up to Antonio Brown. They have that chemistry.
Yep.
There's no other quarterback in the league that can do it like Ben Roethlisberger did with Antonio Brown. So he's not going to be as successful. His stock is not as good as it was 3 years ago.
Let's see what Chaz has to say. I see Chaz leaning in there. I see him.
I don't think Antonio Brown was a very good teammate. What he did, obviously. I think, the Terrell Owens thing makes sense. Kind of just prima donna shit, but that's like, that's just. I mean, wide receivers are kind of known for being that way. You know, they don't get the ball. I think he'll go somewhere, be productive. If he goes like the Niners, he'll probably get a bunch of catches or something. I hope he doesn't, because I don't want to have to face him. But
he's gonna go to the Cardinals. He's gonna
I think
play
he's
for the
good.
Patriots and go
I think
Patriots.
I think he's talented, and I think it just comes down to do you need to deal with that to be a successful team?
Nope.
I don't think like the Thrones ever won a Super Bowl. He got close to the
Nope.
Eagles that one year, but
Nope.
like
Somebody
that's
tell Jeff to shut up. No,
no, but like I mean I don't.
I'm kidding, Jeff. Love you, brother.
I back Antonio Brown in the sense that, like, hey, if you don't want to be in a situation, like, yeah, like, maybe he shouldn't have went about the way he did, but, I mean, it's like, if the guy doesn't want to be there, like, trade him, like, maybe keep it quieter, be like, hey, we're listening to you, we'll trade you, but shut up, because you're killing your trade value by mouthing off. But,
Yeah.
I don't know, that, it's weird, I mean,
Le'Veon
I think
Bell.
I would take Antonio Brown on my team at a reasonable contract, but yeah, I don't necessarily back. It's hard to pick a side there because I think he went about it the wrong way, but I also think he could have went to the Steelers and been like, I'm not happy here. Can you move me?
Well, my thing is, why is he unhappy? Like, what makes him unhappy?
Right.
Ben
They aren't
Roethlisberger?
going to-
Because
they're
he's
going to-
making his money with his body. He wants to get the maximum amount of money for the
Yeah.
time that he can.
I
But the
think.
thing
I
is-
think.
But the thing is that, like, if he, like, no one's understanding that, like, he's gonna get his money somewhere.
Right.
But no matter where he goes, if you're paying your receiver that much atrocious money that he does want, where are you gonna spread the money out to get a team? Because football is a team sport.
Right.
But
Hey, think about.
a guy like that
Think about
doesn't
this.
care about that. He's just looking at the money going into his pocket.
He's going to Carolina.
I
Ju-
don't think.
Just like Machado did when he accepted
Yeah.
$300 million for the freaking
I think
Padres.
that.
I have
this. Sorry.
I have a different angle on it, and just to wrap it up, I think that it's Mike Tomlin. I think there's something
Oh, for
going on
sure.
with
This
Mike Tomlin.
freaking guy.
That dude's not a good coach.
There's a common denominator here. Mike Tomlin.
Like I think that Mike Tomlin has lost control of that locker room, whether it was
Big time.
with Le'Veon Bell,
Yeah.
Ben
Yep.
Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, and that dude,
100%.
they're so attached to Ben Roethlisberger because they have not drafted a quarterback behind
Yep.
him, except like I don't think Rudolph is the answer.
But the dude can
Hell
still
no.
throw like 100 yards.
I think
you know,
Mike
he
Tomlin's
just-
got to go at this point. I think.
Yeah, I think right now Ben Roethlisberger is the coach.
Right.
Yeah, he is. I think
that might be the problem.
Is that where you're at on this?
Oh, totally. I mean, everybody picked him to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah.
Without Le'Veon Bell.
And
And people
He's the
forget, where's
best.
Le'Veon Bell going to go?
I mean,
I agree with that.
It's-
Okay.
it's-
And I
think
I
Bobby's
think-
right
agree
on.
100% with Jeff.
and I think
agree with
Nick was
Bobby.
right too that wherever Le'Veon Bell goes,
Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown, sorry, you're gonna run into with Seattle and Jimmy Graham situation
Yes. Yep.
where
Exactly.
you're
That's what I'm saying.
just not gonna have that kind of connection. Like what was that? I think it was 2 years ago.
Forced.
Maybe 3 years ago now, where the two highest like quarterback to receiver connections were
I do love
Russell
that bar.
Wilson to Doug Baldwin, and then Brady to Gronk.
Right.
Well, think about. Well,
And-
all right, yeah, I agree with that. Like,
So,
here it comes.
but you're not going to force the issue having what's his name? Jimmy Garoppolo throw
Throwing to Antonio Brown. It's
That's-
not going to be
I
the
mean,
same thing.
You're like, okay, this guy can chuck the ball and this guy can catch the ball,
about the
but they
Cardinals
don't
guy?
have that cohesion
Quarterback there.
between the two of them
What's this fucking-
to make it
Right.
like he knows, like, okay, if I'm going to look here, I'm going to look here, I'm going to look here. If I run down the field, he can chuck it up and that thing's just going to float down to my arms like it does to Doug Baldwin or like it did to Gronk.
Eric, think about this. Remember how many times Russ threw to Jimmy Graham and how many times it hit him right in the chest and he dropped it? And then
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm talking about. That connection, though.
And then he hits Jermaine Kearse, right? You know what I mean? It's like
It's because
come on,
they
like,
played longer. They
Right.
know each other's
Right.
mannerisms.
Exactly.
Hang on.
exactly.
That's
And
what
it's
I'm getting
like,
at.
You guys
come on,
ever
dude.
go out-
You guys pick up this huge,
Do you guys ever
this huge
first
tight
go-
end.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Bobby. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
let Bobby talk.
Do you guys ever go out and play, like, pick up football outside every once in a while?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
10 years
okay.
ago.
But have you ever played with like random people and sometimes like you thought they were way better than you, so like you didn't feel comfortable in a situation, so like you didn't play good. But like if you brought like the competition down a little bit and then you were like all of a sudden like God out there, you know? I think it's kind of
Well,
like
everybody
that,
always thinks they're the NFL
everybody-
quality out there.
everybody. I think like Jimmy Graham has the talent, Antonio Brown has the talent, Terrell Owens has the talent. Perfect example is Chad Johnson has the talent. Problem
Ocho
was,
Cinco?
Chad Johnson lost his swagger for some reason. Like it's almost like he kind of like just didn't become himself, and he wasn't
ESPN.
enjoying the game, and
And
it
it's
sucked at the
shit.
end. And I think that could happen to Antonio Brown. I think receivers and QBs, when you get that gel, you know, that Jeff Garcia to Terrell Owens gel,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers to Jordy Nelson gel, when they
Russell
start
to Tyler
gelling like
Lockett
that,
this year.
that's something that you
Yeah.
can't break. That's
Good
like
call.
a bond. They just
He said
know
Jeff
where the
Garcia.
ball
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
They still
Yep.
suck.
You know,
Hey, you know what?
I will say no.
With
I 100%
Frank
agree
Gore.
because I also heard a trade rumor of Danny Amendola coming back to New England for 1 year, and I'm like, I heard that rumor. Like it had it on sports talk radio out here, and it's like Amendola's like, yeah, he's like willing to take like what
Man, I don't like that.
$800,000, and it's like if that dude takes that money, I guarantee you that team is going to win a championship next year because that guy was.
Man.
He's
Dude.
He's,
But
How
I like. Well, hold on.
Talk.
I wanna highlight something that Chaz just said.
Patriots fan, they come in here and they just somehow turn every comment. God damn. You know, all right.
Because that's
You
Bobby.
sound like a New Yorker out here. You're like,
Oh,
They're the same animal, man.
The Yankees, bro.
bro, the Yankees.
Bobby, listen.
We're underdogs out here.
Yeah.
We got 6 Super Bowls.
Why do they always say that?
Bobby, we don't understand what losing.
Titletown and underdogs at the same
No,
time.
we don't understand that. It is. Actually, it is. Watch ESPN. Watch sports.
I hate you, Philip Morris.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox. Get over it. It's all good, bro. You guys got
Stop!
God,
The
dude, God.
Boston Red Sox just recently started winning. The Celtics haven't won in a while. Stop it! Stop!
What's the only team to come back from
Oh my God! This guy.
All right. Hey,
Coming back from Rio, the Flyers coming back down from Rio against your Boston Bruins. And then not only that, in Game 7 to lose, we're down 3-0 as well. Came back in 2010 to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. So let me
Ooh.
drop that.
Let's go!
All right, Bobby. Listen. All right, give me the floor for a second. Give me the floor for a second. Let me
May you had the floor and you brought up the Boston teams again.
Listen. Give me the floor for a second. All right. Let me skid you away. Maybe less than 2 minutes. Less than a minute. Right? You got goddamn Drew Bledsoe up here.
Oh my God! You already showed this to us. Stop!
This was the
Stop.
martyr that started
Stop.
everything.
Man.
Stop.
I'll tell
Blame
you-
the Jets. Blame the Jets.
I'll tell you what though.
Listen,
Bills, Dolphins,
My-
Jets.
My
Stink.
grandma came over here in 1918 from Ireland. Was a Red Sox fan.
do all that, right? Here's
Yo,
the entire
Saw
Boston.
their last
Boston.
World Series
Yo.
championship, and then died the year before they won the next one.
That'll be me when the
Devin,
Mariners probably
Devin,
win
Devin.
in 2070. or
Devin,
whatever.
Devin,
Probably.
Devin, Devin,
Maybe all of us.
Devin.
Mute this man.
Devin, you're about to get the mute button, bro.
Bro, I'm about to call Max.
No, okay. One last thing on the Antonio Brown thing, and you talked about chemistry. Literally,
That's right. We're talking about.
the chemistry thing. Like you look at what Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett did this year.
Thank you.
He had like a perfect passer rating passing Tyler Lockett, and Tyler Lockett physically pretty much has the same exact build as Antonio Brown. They're almost
Yeah, he does.
clones.
But
with,
also
like,
look at.
size.
But
and
how long has Tyler Lockett been on the team, and they've been developing that?
Right. They have a chemistry. They work
Yeah.
together, and I think maybe AB and
You-
Big Ben didn't really have that. Like they weren't like.
They knew each other. They knew each other well.
I don't. What?
Say what?
Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell to the Broncos.
Oh my God, Devin.
Antonio Brown's 29. Maybe this is part of what he wants, though. What I mean is, he's young enough to where he can go somewhere else and be productive for 4 or 5 more years, get another chemistry built with another quarterback, and then he's fine. If you wait too long to leave, and then he starts getting too old,
Right.
by the time that chemistry comes together, he's already on the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by the time they build that chemistry, he's already on like his last like year or
Yeah,
two
yeah,
in
you're
the
right.
league.
So where's
So maybe
Le'Veon
that's probably
going?
why he's doing it. You know, that he thinks he's young
He's
enough.
going to
you know,
Miami.
So I mean,
it makes sense that he's getting all his advice from Terrell Owens, but I would definitely.
but I mean, what is he gonna? Because I even wrote this down too. Because when I looked up Terrell Owens, he was nope.
That was him.
That was it. Top.
Oh yeah.
What about-
Oh, I'm sorry.
you guys-
He
you
was
guys talking
the
wide receivers. You guys talking wide
Can
receivers.
we talk about what?
yeah Terrell Owens and out of the two, Randy Moss, both got comeback player of the year awards.
Work ethic for sure.
Well, I mean, look at
You know
Randy
what?
Moss,
What do
bro.
you-
No criminal
Look
case
at Randy Moss, of course.
probation.
That dude was like
Went to
one
good
of the best,
situations.
if not the best wide receiver of all. I mean, come on, man. That dude was so athletic. Remember watching him play?
What about?
That dude was so athletic.
Yeah.
But what about Jerry Rice?
Yeah, I was just about to say you really.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're gonna say Randy Moss is better than Jerry Rice?
Oh yeah, Jerry Rice.
I think I'll say that actually.
Really?
I
mean,
think
Really?
in their prime, I'd rather have Randy Moss.
Randy
Dude, you
Moss
could just
is-
throw it
I-
up. He'd go get it.
Man, I disagree with that. I would rather have Jerry
You're
Rice.
taking Jerry Rice?
Randy
Where's
Moss
Jerry
is
Rice?
football.
He's on the
physically.
Basketball.
Numbers? Jerry
Randy
Rice.
Moss is
Can't
the
argue
football
that.
what Kobe was to basketball, you know?
If you
But,
gave me a
you
one-on-one
know, you
game,
think Kobe
I'm
when he's
picking
throwing it
Randy
trash,
Moss.
you always say,
Man,
oh,
I mean,
because that's
just
Randy Moss.
Throwing it down the field.
I agree.
Right.
For me,
Okay.
Jerry Rice,
I like that,
possession
Bobby.
guy.
I like
Different
that.
skill sets for
for
sure.
me, Jerry Rice and Randy Moss are like the LeBron or the
Bobby's-
MJ and
no,
Kobe
Bobby's
of
right, bro.
Pretty
football.
much. Pretty much.
I like it.
Right.
Okay.
Or of wide
Okay.
receivers.
Hey, let's move on from the wide receiver spectrum, and let's go. It sounds like Jeff is wanting to go here soon. Call it
Yeah, I
quits
gotta
soon.
go. I gotta go in about 5 minutes because I have work. I have to go
Yeah,
to.
we've
All
been
right.
for like 2 hours.
Yep. So we're
Let's do, like,
gonna
one
close it up.
final one.
NFL defense. The
Oh,
1985 Chicago Bears.
Do the Super Bowl shuffle.
The 2013 Seattle Seahawks.
I held sorry that.
The 2000 Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh, I gotta-
Give me a give me
Who you starting with?
I'm just kidding.
who are you starting? Who are you cutting? Who are you benching?
We get a whole team voted on the bench. Oh, that's so awesome.
I'm starting
Bro,
I'm definitely
mute
starting
Devin
the,
whole time.
the late season 2018 New England Patriots
Man, this guy.
I fucking called
because
it, bro.
I got muted. Wasn't an option.
Should've
Over
told
it.
him.
I'm
You should've
over it.
told him. You should've
Just
told
let him
him.
keep rambling.
Bobby, go ahead. Start out.
All right, I'm gonna say, man. I mean that Seattle defense is pretty special. That Seattle defense is pretty special. I wasn't around for the '85 Bears, but
Bobby knows what he's
I mean,
talking
like I've
about.
heard, you know, from people. I have my sources that said they were pretty good. I would say I'm definitely so forget the '85 Bears because I think football's changed. But I would say I'm going to start that Seattle defense, and I'm going to put that 2000 Ravens defense
How
on the
could
bench.
you not, dude?
And I
Best
only reason why I
offense
say
all
that is
time.
because when you have a
Whip
dude
the
like
shit
Richard
out of
Sherman who was so shut down, like that 4 or 5 year run.
He's talking about the
Super
Broncos
Bowl.
were the best offense of all time.
The
when
most
they played.
corner in the game.
Statistically.
To take on
for sure.
the number 1 defense, to
Sorry,
take
you're
on the
talking
number
about
1
daddy.
offense.
Yeah, sorry.
To do what they did, like that you got to start him at that.
I mean they blew that team out. I mean
The best offense of all time, people were saying per
yeah,
Jeff.
like
right, that's
Statistically.
garbage. That was Chaz. I mean I know, right? Like, that was
I thought
You don't-
43 to
you don't
8.
Talk to me.
you and I watched the Super Bowl together, and I think think at the time I thought it was gonna be a little bit more high scoring. I didn't think it was gonna be crazy, like 30 points put up on each other.
Beat the
Right.
best offense
Yo.
of all time and the worst Super Bowl score-wise of all time.
Score. But they were
Check
just so
all
dominant in the
boxes.
first 5 minutes of the game.
Yo,
They set the tone.
Set
And it
the
was a wrap.
tone.
not only that, but
Cam.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
I totally agree with that, but the
And you had
85
Sherm and-
Bears, I'm gonna bench and I'm gonna cut the 2000 Ravens just because the 85 Bears molded what the defense should look like with that. It's a 4-3 at that point, right? The 4-3, they molded that 4-3. The Bears
Yeah.
the Bears are close on a 1 to me.
Bro, Trent
But the
Dilfer
Se-
would've
but
destroyed the Bears.
The only reason why I'm picking the Seahawks is because not just because how awesome that Super Bowl was watching it as a Seahawks fan.
Proud, Nick.
The Seahawks scored in every single aspect that you can in football
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
game.
Numbers don't lie.
Fumbles, interceptions,
Kick return.
yes,
Safety.
everything. They
Zen
did it
line,
all.
Zen line,
Safety,
Devin lies.
everything.
Numbers don't lie.
And that couldn't have happened. And that couldn't have happened because of that defense. If that defense wasn't the defense it was, that wouldn't have happened. So the Seahawks are 1 to me. The Bears are 2 just because of the molding that they got. And 3, the Ravens defense was great. Ray Lewis is a monster. But
And he killed somebody, so if he hears you talking about
I'm going to Disneyland.
Man, I'm picking the purple
Hopefully next
people
time it's
eaters.
you, Devin.
I'm starting Seattle's defense.
Oh.
I'm benching the Bears, and I'm cutting Ray Lewis because that dude needs to be cut anyways. That's
Okay.
it.
He makes your whole
But
Devin
team.
made it funny.
Exactly. He makes the whole team. But you know what? He murdered somebody. And you know what? I want to see Ray Lewis up again.
So did Aaron Hernandez. And you're riding the Patriots all day. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah,
And-
good.
and he
Get out of here.
Yeah, but he made it even. He murdered himself. So
Sharon jail cell.
No, Aaron Hernandez killed himself. Yeah. He would've been an amazing wide
so
receiver.
we're square.
Yeah, it cancels out.
I
That
think
was savage.
That dude's got rings in heaven, bro.
I think I go Seahawks, Ravens,
Wow.
Bears, and I think I don't. Like he said, like we weren't alive. Like I can respect what the Bears did.
I've
but
watched that Super Bowl on replay before. And
Nick, you
it's-
were not alive when the Bears did that.
I literally just said on replay. I literally just said on replay. I've
Oh,
watched
I thought
a
you meant- I thought you
replay of it. I watched the entire thing. If you buy NFL,
You saw
if
it live, bro. He thought you saw it live.
He's like, I watched that fly.
no, I didn't.
Well, I think I'm the the
I was a
oldest person
sperm
in this.
in my dad's sack. And my dad was watching that game
The
with his pants off.
The-
and I saw him.
if you
Look
go
around his
if you go back
wondering
and
eye.
if you go back and watch it, if you go back and watch it,
Christ.
if you go back and watch it, the film is there. You can watch it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It is very same caliber of level that the Seahawks were.
Really.
Yes.
I don't know, man. You can't get that fast off that line, man. I don't know. Like that Seattle defense was just like something else.
Dude, okay, and then the Seahawks defense went back the next year, and they were all hurt in that last Super Bowl. Cam Chancellor had knee surgery right after.
Let's think
Richard
about it.
Sherman had a
Hey, Devin, you
torn
forgot You were
elbow.
a fan that year.
No.
All of them
You
had
were a Hawks
injuries.
fan that year, you remember?
Let's think about that for a second. Brady came
Yeah,
down.
let's
he
think
started
about
running
it.
down the line. You can never
Mute
give the
this
ball.
So,
away.
Ben Mountjoy?
Mute him.
Ben,
Watching
you-
over there.
Can't give the ball to Brady with 2
We don't
minutes
need-
left.
I know, but yeah, I just saying
Man.
they.
What was the name that like?
Jeremy Lane.
Picked off Brady. He picked off Brady. Remember
Why do
what
we?
happened?
Why
Yeah,
are we
Lane
talking
did.
about the Patriots
Edelman
again?
hit him
How
dirty
the
in
hell
the
did we
knee.
end up talking about the Patriots again?
So it's 2014,
What's
but
wrong,
it
guys?
was the same defense.
Man,
Calm down, Eric. Calm down.
I haven't even picked yet. You calm down with your Patriots talk.
Running late.
All right, later, Bobby.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Hey, man, thanks for
All right,
coming
man.
on.
Later, Bob.
See ya.
Yeah, anytime.
Later, Bobby. I'll drive you down there maybe sometime.
All right.
But no, like, let's think about it though. Like, when Lane, like,
Oh, we hit 2 hours. Click.
All right, let's get Eric the final point and let's wrap it up.
All right, man. I'm
And then
gonna
we can
pick.
also talk-
I'm gonna pick the Seahawks, the Bears,
Yes.
and the Ravens.
Perfect. All right, now let's all talk together.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the freaking Patriots anymore.
When
I
you
know.
I think
move in here,
I think Jeff's got to go too.
I know,
Yeah,
but
gotta go too.
Edelman.
But us four can talk.
hurry up and move here.
Yeah, just move out. We're still live on the air, Devin.
I gotta go see Have Heart July 5th, bro. I'm buying tickets
Hey.
tomorrow.
Buy my flight out. I'll come.
Hey, okay. buy tickets
you
for
will
everybody.
find-
We're still live on the air.
Wait, why? I can buy tickets, but who's paying for airfare?
Oh my gosh. We're still live on the air.
We're out of here.
Yeah.
We're
still
talking
live on the air.
interference.
We're
Chaz,
talking interference sports.
Jeff,
Check out-
that was Devin.
Just
Check it.
basement.
Thank you, Bobby, for being on.
Yeah, thanks, Bobby.
We're gonna be on Jeff's basement
This
Sunday.
Sunday.
We're going to rugby.
Sunday.
We're going to rugby on Saturday.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Can we get a quick 5-minute segment on rugby real quick?
No,
Okay. All right.
no,
I don't have much input on that.
don't have time to right now. We've been on the air for 2 hours now.
I'll
Hey,
catch you up if you call me
We'll
in
call
a day
you-
or two. I'll catch you up.
We'll call you afterwards. Hey, if you guys don't know, we have a promotion code on SeatGeek.com, SeatGeek.com. Use promotion code GCSN, get $20 off your purchase when you want to go to a sporting event. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
We're out of
Later,
here.
Dev.
We're talking interference sports.